Going live. Oh, guys, also, you have to be watching the stream if you're here so you know what's going on. So if you're not watching the stream, then you're just going to be confused. You're not going to know what's happening. You're not going to know who we're talking about. So if you are watching the stream, let me know if we're live so we can do live stuff.
You are live.
I am live. You can see me? Everything's great? Awesome. Cool. So in case anyone hasn't realized, I'm losing my voice. So I don't know how long we're actually going to be doing this, but we're going to try. Oh man, this is going to be real. This is going to be either be like really irritating to listen to or very funny. I can't tell which it's going to be, but it's definitely going to be one of the two. Today we are doing a what were we doing? What were we doing? We were doing something. Aliens. Alien, best thing. Yeah, we're gonna put a bunch of aliens on a tier list. We're gonna see the best ones go at the above of the tier list, and then the terrible ones go at the bottom of the tier list, and that's how tier lists work. And that is what we are doing. Any questions?
Nope. Wait, I have a question.
Is this entire species or just specific characters who are aliens?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that one more time. What was up? What's up?
Is this entire species or just specific characters who are aliens?
This is going to be an alien. An alien. An individual alien within the species. Individually. Individual of
He's asking for something.
Not a specific.
He's asking.
Not a specific.
He's asking for something beginning of a C.
Individuals, not species.
An individual. Yes, like a one, like a single.
So we're rating average Joe Predator against average Joe
like
Kryptonian.
Is that the opposite of a Kryptonians. Probably not Kryptonians. No, I wouldn't say Kryptonians.
Or like paying your average elites versus Versus.
Or do you mean like a specific character, like the Arbiter?
Give me a break.
No, everybody's really want to get this criteria down. So we'll just do the criteria. Okay, here's a special little bitch boy criteria. Who was the first one to ask for a criteria? Who was that? That was Amber Rose, right? Yeah, we're gonna do Amber Rose. So this is gonna be called Amber Rose's.
I just made a comment.
Amber Rose's special little bitch boy criteria, since he thinks it's so important to have one. So
that's Mrs. Boy.
Amber Rose's special little bitch boy criteria, and on the criteria we have let's see. So here are some rules for said criteria. Can't appear human. That would disqualify Kryptonians. Can't be gods. Gods don't count. That would disqualify people like Pennywise and stuff. Can't be magical in nature. They have to be sci-fi, science-based. Sci-fi, not fantasy. Those are the criteria that we have. If you guys want to add more criteria, we can add more criteria. Do you have extra criteria, special little bitch boy Ambrose, that you wanted to do?
Okay, wise guy. Well, you said sci-fi, not fantasy. So where's the line between the two? Because technically, if you want to say that aliens exist, sure, but aren't most aliens in media fantasy just by principle?
No, they're not. They're sci-fi.
No.
That's a silly argument.
Not even close.
Are the orcs? Well, are the orcs from Warhammer 40k considered alien?
They're fiction. They're not fantasy.
What's up? Do they use magic?
I said they're fit.
Do they use magic?
Some of them kind of do.
They do?
Aside from the whole thing where if they believe something, it kind of comes true. Like, for example, if they paint themselves pink or purple, they are invisible.
No, that's not it. No, it's more so they're better at stealth. That's how.
Sounds like magic.
Well, either way, are we counting that as magic?
That sounds like
That's
magic.
magic.
Weird boys use magic.
Wait, but then again, they're not magic born. They're born like Muslims.
You guys are forgetting the warp exists. I'm just saying that we're talking sci-fi, so Star Trek, not space wizardry like War 40k.
Did you just say they're Muslims? I thought I heard someone say they're Muslims. I don't know. I thought I heard someone say
Mushrooms.
Oh, they're mushrooms, not Muslims.
I thought
They're
you said Muslims as well. To
I
be fair,
heard
just
Muslims.
hearing it.
I'm like, yeah, the orcs are Muslims.
They look like. To be fair, they do look like Muslims.
The orcs look like Muslims. They're green.
Not at all. What?
Ugly, inbred little tings.
Jesus Christ.
Did you say with a heavy British accent?
We'll give him a pat. We'll give him a pass. We'll give him a pass for his blatant anti-Muslim thing. He is in England, and they are ripping his country apart at the moment. So we'll give him a slight pass for the blatant racism. But let's actually fill the list up with some people. Oh wait, right. Also, what we will be rating them on: design, culture, biology, and X Factor are the only 4 that I have put down. Does anyone want to put anything else as of what we will be judging them by? Do you have an opinion on this? Special little bitch boy, Ambrose. There's an opinion.
Do they necessarily have to have a culture?
Of course, he has an opinion. What do you mean? I mean, they have no culture. If they have no culture, I mean, I suppose that would make them less interesting. That would I guess that would mean without a culture they are less defined. I suppose.
I mean,
According to the aliens,
the best alien.
Xenomorphs.
Suppose like alien
Xenomorphs don't have a
count,
culture.
right?
I would say impregnate.
culture.
I would say going around
No, they
attacking
don't.
people and impregnating
Yes,
them.
they do.
That's kind
They
of
have
culture. That's a
That's a Muslim
culture.
culture. That's,
Okay, so
that's a Muslim
behavior
culture,
more than
sure.
culture, I guess.
They have language.
I do have a question about.
Oh,
I do have a
yeah.
question about like what counts as like doesn't look human. Are we talking about like something that's basically just a human with different color skin, like the
Do you,
Chiss from
do you know what a
Star
human?
Wars?
Do you know what a
Or,
human
like-
looks like?
Yes, I'm just
Okay,
asking. Like,
if
are
they
we
look
talking,
like
how
now,
much
if you look at
difference?
someone and you're like, that doesn't look human, then they count.
So like a Twilight or
Spock
something.
So
Yeah, Twilight.
Spock counts, right? As an alien.
Does he
Spock.
look, does he look like a human?
I mean, that's pointy
He
ears.
looks like an elf.
That's
Spock is
kind of
half
yeah.
human.
He looks like an elf. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's also half. That's true.
Rouga, well, they're asking how human does it have to not look?
It's just is it a human? If you when you look at Spock, do you think human?
I don't know why. I don't know why this is so complicated.
Super simple.
Yeah.
It's like a super duper
Yeah,
simple. It's
yeah.
not a trick question, I promise you. Anyway,
Okay.
is there another thing that I need other than design, culture, biology, and X Factor that we should judge these people on?
X Factor covers a lot of things.
X Factor,
Yeah,
I know. I
that's
feel like
fine.
it's just kind of have to do it. But is there anything specific that you want to point out that's like something else? No, because if not, we can start building.
If they, maybe
I would say
interesting
possibly
ability.
looks like something it's influenced like culture and like media.
I don't understand any of that. Did anyone else get that? I didn't get that.
He said influence. That media influence.
I
think that's unfair.
I don't care about influence.
Yeah, that's not fair.
I don't care
Yeah,
about
that's not
influence.
fair.
That means if you're more popular, you would automatically be higher on
Yeah.
the list. And I don't
What
care
about
about that.
technology? Or is that a category? Would we add that as a category? As far as technology?
Yaku says
development level, you mean?
Yaku says accomplishments, but
That's
I don't know if that would matter either. To be honest with you.
I mean, wouldn't that though? If we're talking like what we're ranking best aliens, right? So wouldn't the guy from Destroy All Humans be above the Yacha, given that he conquered the world and they die all the time?
no, but
Not necessarily.
no.
It depends on
goals are
it depends on how
completely
you're
different.
defining best. I mean, if you're defining best by the person who is
best
more
is
successful. I mean, who are the strongest or the more powerful or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't really consider that. I'm thinking more about like just how well their overall design is. And when I say design, I'm not just talking about appearance, but I mean the design that's written on the tier list thing that's talking about appearance, but like how like you can look at something like a Furon from Destroy All Humans, and you can look at something like a Xenomorph and be like, the Xenomorph's design, there's a lot more going on there. It's a lot more of an interesting and unique design than something like a little gray man from, or he's not actually gray, but because he looks like a very basic bland alien. That's just like inherently a better design, I would say, the Xenomorph over the Furon. It's kind of the same situation here. It's like culture matters because it means that someone actually took the time to build out and flesh out a culture for an alien race and that they didn't do for this other alien race. So the alien race is just inherently less interesting and has a lot less going on. Like biological factors could make it more interesting, and just really think about like how interesting or unique or how fascinating do you find this alien race, and how much effort was put into their creation? I suppose would probably be the best ways to properly
Yeah, I
measure.
get it.
Yeah, what this is. Well, I would fucking hope so. It's simple.
Well, now I get it.
It's simple shit, man.
Saying the best aliens are the broad.
We need a 5-minute essay, Rouga.
I need a 5-minute essay every time I do one of these, defining what best is. Fair enough. All right, so everyone's got that. Let's actually start filling out the tier list. Some of them are pretty obvious. I think it makes sense that Predators and Xenos are probably going to be on here. For Warhammer 40k, y'all were saying orcs. I think Tyranids would probably fit as being more sci-fi than.
What about the Tau? They're more cow-like in their biology.
Wait, don't they have? Well, yeah, but but don't the Tau worship Sunnis?
That's the Eldar. That's the Eldar. That's the Dark Eldar. That's the Dark
Yeah,
Eldar.
that's the Dark Eldar. That's right.
I mean, would you prefer? I would jump to Tyranids simply because I think Tyranids are the favorite of that group. Of that universe. Just more people like Tyranids, I think, than Taus, and more people know who Tyranids are than Taus, I think, on average. But I mean, we could put it to a vote and see if they want Taus or Tyranids rather.
As Russian Badger once said, no one likes weeaboo space commies.
I don't know.
Yeah, true. Are we gonna do like one per universe?
You don't know who Badger is?
No, we can do multiple. We can do multiple.
I'm asking Rouga.
Oh, Liam,
Yeah.
what was the question?
Are we gonna do like what limit to 1 to universe at the beginning?
At first,
just to see, like,
well, I mean,
Yeah.
with super chats we can add whatever you want. That's kind of the way super
Yeah,
chatting
obviously.
works. But
For the
outside of super chats,
I mean,
the freebies we're gonna limit to 1 per universe.
I would like to add the jackals from Halo instead of the elites, just to do something different, because they always do the elites.
Okay, well,
I would actually go with brutes from Halo, since they're more unique than the jackals.
Just not the elites, because I feel like it's always the elites.
Okay, well, okay. First off, let's figure out whether or not are we doing the Tau or are we doing the Tyranids? Which ones do you guys want?
I go with Tau because their whole philosophy is actually interesting.
All right, let's go. Hold up, Warhammer.
And their deck is
rep.
Both.
I agree, because the Tyranids are pretty bland. All they are is a hive mind that eats things. They're not that deep.
All right, so I'm gonna put it to a vote. Anything else you want me to add, or is it just Tau and Tyranids, or is there another one that you like? Oh, that one might be kind of interesting.
The Eldar are too human-like, so I'm not counting them.
So it's just Tau and Tyranids. Okay, so Tau and Tyranids.
We already agreed on no orcs.
Well, they're too magical in nature, so they're more sci-fi. I mean, at some point we could do. I'm sorry, they're more fantasy. At some point we could do like fantasy races. We've done similar shit to fantasy races in the past. We've never done just a straight up which one's better though. So I don't know. That could be something in the future. I'm also trying to stick to a little bit more grounded alien races. That's why I took out like gods and shit like this. I'm trying to see like things that would be believable that you would run into if you actually left the planet Earth and ran into something. You know, I'm not putting like, I mean, technically Skeletor is a fucking alien, but I wouldn't put Skeletor on the list as like a. What about
the Chiss or the Twi'leks from Star Wars?
Wait, what?
The Chiss. Chiss are like the blue people that fronts
Twi'leks.
The speech.
They look too human.
Yeah, they look.
Grandma
they do look
talking
very.
No, because
that's too human then.
Yeah, no.
A human, a human, but without hair. They have like 2 weird kind of.
You gotta fix your mic, man. You gotta fix your mic. You gotta fix your mic.
Yeah, we can't understand what you're saying.
But yeah, the Chiss are basically just blue humans. There's nothing.
No, yeah, the
interesting
Chiss are literally just blue humans. At least the Twi'lek are blue humans plus.
Yeah, at least they're interesting. Well, we could also do the huts. They're cool.
The huts would actually be a good one.
Yeah, that would actually be very interesting.
That actually, and the Huts actually do have a pretty interesting culture. The way they're organized, kind of like crime families.
Whoever said the Huts, I rate that.
All right.
I'm surprised we all agreed on something.
Oh, I don't rate it
Never
anymore.
been
I
in one of
take
these
that back.
All right. So let me think. Let me start actually.
I'm joking.
We're not. To Green Shark, we are not adding the Saiyans since they are godlike. We're not adding the Saiyans.
They're also
humanoids.
But also just humans.
Not
I mean, we could
technically
have.
godlike, but they're also way too human.
I have to
Well,
ask: is there any reason to add any Dragon Ball Z character? They all basically
could
do the
have-
same thing.
Well, we could add Frieza.
They also don't have culture at all.
Powerful.
If they're not
Frieza has
human,
no
if they're not
power.
humans or
Oh,
Saiyans, they have no
godlike.
culture, or we don't know anything about them.
Well, no,
also
well,
like-
Saiyans are warrior culture. We
We also-
Saiyans
But
are
that-
warrior.
but that's
also
too human.
Magic.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
also godlike.
We probably also shouldn't add.
Yeah, that's
Wait, would demons be allowed from Dragon Ball?
No,
No.
again, everything
They're
from Dragon
inherently
Ball is the
magical.
same
They're magic.
exact thing. It's a bipedal human that shoots stuff out of his hands, and they all fight together. It's cut and
They're
paste,
also-
cookie cutter
not
anime
all of them
characters
are.
every
Well, no,
single
not
time.
but not all of not all of them are human. Frieza's not a
But
fucking
none
human.
of them could realistically be like you could run into. He just said that. Like, if you were to leave the planet, could you realistically run into something like Frieza that is going to fucking destroy planets with energy blasts from their hands? No. So, no, not on the list.
He's
Everything on
borderline godlike too.
everything on
I was going to ask if we're counting the proto molecule, but the proto molecule's God. So
Yeah, so no.
Well, the proto molecule
It's actually-
also
it's not
is
God.
itself
Vampire
like a
X.
It's actually
Wait,
not.
Vampire
God.
X2 in the chat suggested there's
What, like-
Shatari.
The reason why
the
I don't
opposite
think you should
one?
count the proto molecule is because it's a piece of technology. It's not technically a living creature.
oh yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah, that's true.
What about
Yeah.
It
Deoxys?
is.
Okay, guys, one at a time, one at a time.
All right, so it looks like
So-
it looks like Tao won the poll. It's been up for enough. For a
It's
while.
I have
My-
an interesting.
My thing's lagging.
If
Did
I
you
may?
add the brutes / jackals on A?
I hope his
but-
is the only thing. Is it all lagging or is just his lagging?
No, it's me. That's me. That is a me thing.
Okay, what were you
My
saying?
phone's-
Did I
I'm
add
watching
the?
on my
No, I have
phone.
not added the brutes. Not yet.
I
I
was just
have
saying
an
that to
interesting
vote.
Someone
suggestion,
suggested-
but I feel. Sorry, go on.
Someone suggested Tetramans from Ben 10, and I think that's the best we could possibly get out of that franchise.
Well, that-
There are
Tetramans are humans with 2 arms and they're red.
Yes, but
If you said like the diamond head species, I would agree with you.
Well, they
Petrosapien.
don't really have much of a defined culture, but we do actually
Yeah,
know
that's
a little
also
bit
true.
about
Like
Tetraman
Tetramans
culture.
are the most fleshed out as far as the criteria for the list goes.
That's true. Fair point.
I have a suggestion, but I
I'll-
feel like it's too Lovecraftian. I love the idea of living planets, but I feel like that goes into the realm of gods, depending on what
Oh, can we do?
Yes.
Oh, can we do? Can we do this?
Do the gems from Steven Universe count as alien?
Yes.
Too
Oh, no,
humanoid.
actually,
I think so, yeah.
Can we do the Cybertronians?
We have way too much going on.
They're magic. They are. I mean, if you really look at what they can do, it's magic. It's way
Yeah.
more fantasy than
I
it
mean,
is.
depending. We're
Than it is
depending.
sci-fi.
And
There's a
God,
lot,
man.
there's a
Actually, now that I
lot of
think
magic
about it-
shit. Like there's
I
like
would
their
say-
souls are tied into the into Allspark, and it's like there's a lot of magic shit.
Yeah.
It's not really.
When you see Starscream literally poltergeist his way into someone's body, you can't say it's science anymore.
What about since you're here, Liam? You want any Doctor Who representation?
somebody mentioned
The ones we know the most about, it would be probably the Daleks.
And the oh no, the Cybermen don't really count. Never mind.
Aren't the
No,
Daleks just robots?
Yeah, I'm
the
pretty
Cy-
sure.
yeah,
The Daleks
no,
are
the
little tiny
Daleks are.
things that pilot.
Yeah, they are.
metal
They're all.
metal.
Yeah, go the Daleks or.
Are they worthy?
No, that's too
of
boring.
Being on the list.
Yes.
What about
They're worthy.
what about the arachnids
Yes.
from Starship?
I
If
would
we're
say so.
talking Doctor Who, I feel like there's a lot more interesting aliens than the Darlocks. They're so
But
poster boy for the
I
series.
don't know who here has watched Doctor Who enough, and I don't want to talk about it by myself.
I haven't watched
That's why-
there's also
Aren't they
the
basically gods? Is that reality?
Because again,
There's
where I would
also-
say like the
there's
Slovene, I would say the Slovene would be.
Well,
my
there's
other
also
one.
the Zentolans. There's the Simons.
Exactly, that's my problem. I don't know who. It's a very British thing. I'm in a very
No,
American server. I don't know who has watched
they're
it.
they're just a little niche.
What?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Most
I mean, there's
no,
also
the Slovene. No, the
I've
Slovene.
watched like my only exposure to Doctor Who is that one Purple Zombie video where he ranks every single Doctor Who villain from the modern era. in one
Okay, this will be
video.
my reasoning. Unless someone else here knows a lot about Doctor Who, I say we just do the Daleks for simplicity. Or the
Yeah.
Time Lords, but the Time Lords are kind of too human. So
No,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah, and the
human and
Slovene are
Time
just
Lord,
the fart
yes.
aliens. So
From
yes,
I'll get to it.
the Daleks.
The thing that bums me out about Doctor Who is that they come up with these really cool ideas that look awesome in theory, but when you really dive into the lore of them, you find out they're only cool at surface level. They're pretty understandable after that.
Yeah, because they have such a quantity. It's a quantity over quality thing.
And I get that, but the concepts that they play on are so much more interesting than the show actually leads it on to be.
I guess
Yeah, well, some of them
I kind
get
of
more
have to put Furons because I already have them on the thumbnail, so I'm kind of obligated.
Some of them get more complicated, like the Ood. The Ood got a lot more information as time went on because they were reused.
They were
Those
very cool,
species
yeah.
aren't
were
reused,
also
so we
just
never really
cool.
get anything.
Yeah.
You find slaves cool? That's kind of fucked up, bro.
Well, I'm American.
Wait, what happened? Wait, what happened? I was like,
Oh, I was saying the Ood. The Ood are mostly slaves.
Oh, well, I mean, they were.
All right, let's
yeah.
let's narrow it down and get into it because we already have the Daleks on here. What about from
Daleks.
video games? We got a Mass who from Mass Effect should be there?
Brutes.
No, we'll add the Krogan.
You mean from Mass Effect?
Krogan.
The
I still would go with the Krogan.
Krogan.
Well, who are the?
I
Oh no,
just
the
like-
two human-like. Never mind.
I
What
like
about
the
the
Jackals
Vex?
Jackals
The
and
Vex
the
from
Brutes.
Destiny.
All right, the Krogan. Destiny. Who from Destiny?
Vex
The
from
Vex?
Vex.
There are people here who can actually talk about them, right? Because I don't know shit about Destiny.
Well, the Vex are kind of a machine race, but they exist as this fluid that is kind of neurological in nature, and it inhabits these robot bodies. But they're also kind of a data life form. I don't know if you would consider them technology or a species. And for me personally, I prefer the Fallen as a species, a race.
The
from
Fallen
that series.
The
Fallen.
Are they more interesting? Oh, I know the Fallen. I've shot them
Me
before.
personally, I think they're more interesting, largely because of the interactions that we've had with certain members of their species, and unfortunately, I have a very difficult time remembering names. But we've actually teamed up with the Fallen in the series, where there's houses of the Fallen that are living amongst humanity in the last city, and they're helping us.
Okay.
You only have to kill one.
So, Rouga, I see you didn't add the Jackals.
Give me a second.
No, Brutes. The Brutes are more unique than the Jackals. The Jackals do not have any unique equipment. They do not have.
I don't like the Brutes, and here's why,
it out.
okay? Alright, here's my simple reasoning. They're sort of like the elites, where it's like they're on a power level that's sort of... I know it's realistic within the Halo universe, but I would not believe even something as big as a Brute
Well, it's not about who's
being
more
able
powerful.
to pull off...
It's
No,
not about
I get
who's more
that, but
powerful.
it's not... I get that, but it's not really grounded, because I wouldn't believe any sort of alien being able to pull off the strength or durability feats that Brutes pull off. They're so durable and so powerful that, like, they're almost not grounded enough for this list. Whereas Jackals, there's nothing about them that's, like, not grounded. There's no...
Okay, look. I'm gonna put it to a
Hey.
vote. I'm gonna put it to a vote. Okay, Halo rep.
I would say
Elites.
saying they don't have culture is kind of showing you don't know about Halo.
Brutes and
Yeah,
what would you say?
Jackals,
Jackals?
No, I
Jackals?
said Brutes and Jackals.
Okay. Anything else? We got elites, brutes, and jackals.
I mean, you say
Not from
grunts,
Halo,
but
but
I
I
doubt
got
they
a
win.
Brute.
No, elites, brutes.
I would
and
put
jackals. I'm not gonna
Brutes.
do that. If there's no one else who's like a good one. All right, elites, brutes, jackals. Vote away whoever you guys want to win. Go for it.
I would say the arachnids from Starship Troopers to, like, you know,
It's a lame
just get a hive
alien. It's a
mind
very
or-
lame alien.
Yeah, but it covers
yeah,
the
in the
entire
movie.
genre of, like, the bug hive mind.
Yeah, but
It's
there's
just- it's so representative
but
of
there's
all of
better
them.
bug hive mind aliens to choose from.
Like
Starship's
Would
not
we
great.
do the Necromorphs?
I mean, shit. I would say the Terminids are better than the arachnids.
Yeah, but it's so iconic too.
Who gives
But,
a shit?
Yeah, I know
I
you
don't
don't really care
I
about
don't
that
care
too
about
much.
iconic.
To
Influence is
unknown
not a
basic
category.
57, that would be the jackals physically, as they are comparatively frail in comparison to an elite and a brute.
Yeah, that makes them
We
more
don't have
grounded. They're
culture,
also
but
not necessarily.
the fucking things from Quiet Place.
I mean, a brute can die just the same as an elite, as Naomi 010 snapped one back in half while she
Honestly,
was
I'd
born
say
like
the
a
Zerg.
small of a brute shaft.
Okay.
During
Oh, the
The
classic
Zerg are a
hybrid?
much better hive mind
That's an,
race.
I say
The
that's an
hybrid-
exception.
The hybrid from Ben 10 would be neat to do.
Instead
Which
of
one's the
Tetraman?
hybrid?
No,
Going with
hybrid.
anything from Ben 10 is just absurd.
Well,
Well,
no,
yeah,
I
but
mean,
they're not that powerful.
I saw
The
necromorphs.
hybrid are not
Necromorphs.
that
Necromorphs
powerful.
is a good one.
Yeah,
are they
next is pretty
aliens?
cool.
Of course.
Can
they're
we add
aliens.
the Death Angels from
Well, they're
the Quiet
zombies.
Place?
Zombie people most of the time.
Yes.
Wait,
What about
I agree with
sandworms?
Death Angels.
We know like nothing about
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Well, okay,
Why?
so
They can.
actually,
They're
we put the vote to elites, brutes, and jackals. Would the flood have been a better choice? Would that have been something?
No,
else?
they would not.
That would get
Well,
really
they have a
complicated.
form. They're also a
the-
hive mind.
They don't,
Yeah,
yeah,
they would get
they don't
really,
really have
they would
over
get
other
real
things, right?
The
complicated.
flood just takes the
That would
form
get-
of whatever it takes over.
Yeah,
If
it's
we're
not
always
talking
too
about the
complicated.
Tyranids, then there's no reason to talk about the Flood because they're the same exact thing.
No,
Also,
Tyranids
with
have
some of the
forms.
Tyranids
They
and flood
take
are
shape of like
nothing
creatures.
alike. Tyranids are
Well,
flood.
in
Yeah.
principle.
They were-
No,
I
because
mean, in principle.
Tyranid isn't even an infection.
Well,
Yeah,
no. I mean, what I mean is like they're.
So you're talking
it's
about
a
the hive mind
mind.
aspect, but they're
the
not
hive
the
mind
same hive mind. If
They're
you look at
totally
the flood,
different,
it's like a single cell fucking thing or a micro whatever the hell small it is. They don't have like sorry. They're both hive minds, but the difference is
Blowing it
between them
nano.
is the design. It's the I know. I'm
Fucking
fucking
blowing
trying
it
to.
No, I
They're
know
not
what
the
you're
same.
saying.
The point is, they're not the same.
They work differently,
That's
but they're the same in the fact that you have one main hive mind and it's a consuming force. How they go about it doesn't matter. It's just they're the same in.
I mean, it
practice.
matters. I mean,
Their
it matters,
reasoning-
It matters a
I mean,
little
Their
bit.
sure, but
reasoning-
the only difference is
their
that the Flood's going to
reasoning's
lose
not
more
the same.
points in design.
Why? Why would
I mean, the
because
Grave
the
Mind's
Because the
very
Flood
cool.
doesn't have a
canonically-
design. The Flood
Yeah, it
doesn't have a
does.
design.
Yeah, they
No,
do.
it clearly
What's
had
that-
design. Play the game.
Designs.
It's a
What is it?
disease.
No. I
Disease.
mean,
No,
you
play
said
the
game.
lose
Don't
points,
think
but
like that.
Look,
not
it doesn't
add
matter. It
points,
doesn't matter.
though.
It doesn't matter. We just put on the necromorphs, which is also kind of similar to the flood. There's actually quite a few things we could put. We could put the necromorphs, the flood, the infested from Warframe. There's like 15. The protomolecule is totally different.
Then
It's
people
not
from
enough.
Stellaris.
I mean,
you
yeah,
know?
there is an infection basis in the protomolecule, but it's very different than the other three. It's more of a technology that's got a purpose that it needs to serve. It's not a species.
I get that.
Did
I
we
get that,
add
but
the?
thematically and in terms of like right up until the point at which it actually starts building stuff, the protomolecule is remarkably similar to the flood, especially in the books.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
way.
about the books, but I know in the show. I mean, early in the show, it kind of has an infection sort of thing, but it's not just that. Like it hijacks energy sources and takes over ships, and it literally alters reality. It's a tool, and it plays with science in a bunch of different ways. One of those ways is controlling people's bodies, but that's just one of like 40 different ways that the flood can't do. It's a very different the way it's used and it's how it sort of goes about doing what it does is very, very different. Its main point is not being an infection. It's just one of many things that it does. It's not meant to spread, I guess. Well, you guys are probably going to be irritated. Well, what elites were winning. Now it's elites and jackals are equal. Next vote. Next vote on either elite or jackal wins. So somebody vote either elite or jackal.
Jackals. Space. Get space. Vote
Elites.
I know more about the grunts than I do the jackals.
Just one vote. You don't need to say
anyone at all, and we can move on. Just one vote. Okay, jackals won.
Jackal.
Yeah, fuck you.
Jackals won. Okay.
I did it.
Boring cunt.
Here we go.
You didn't vote.
They're just space pirates.
Oh,
jackals.
Space pirates.
You
What's
said they
space
don't have a
pirates?
culture. I don't want to hear it, bro.
That's literally what they what they grind down to in terms of their culture from all of the media I read.
These jackals are
you
ugly
could
as
grind
shit.
a-
I'm just gonna let you know that.
Yeah. Yeah, they
I
are.
was-
You
when you
could,
said
you
space
could
pirates, I was gonna
grind
say treasure.
anything down to a simplistic form and make it sound lame.
When you said
Yeah, I
space
primarily
pirates,
know
I was
jackals
gonna
as
say
snipers.
treasure planets, but that wouldn't work because we know nothing about those aliens.
I was about to say, like, what are we gonna talk about?
Treasure planet. We're gonna do treasure planet now.
Yeah.
Do an alien from treasure
Can
planet.
we add the Death Angels?
Ugh.
Aren't those the statue doohickeys from Doctor Who?
Well, if you
No,
want-
he.
Well, we have a good
You
good
know-
assortment of we have a good assortment.
You know, actually,
kind of a
I
good
am kind of retarded. Weeping Angels actually would have been a good pick.
Not
Weeping
really.
Angels got a lot-
No, not really.
I wouldn't
They
really
would've
say
been
that Weeping
idiots.
Angels work.
They're
don't have
they're
culture.
interesting. They do
Yeah,
have
but they
Very interesting.
They don't have a culture.
Aren't
They
they
do if
also
you look into
godlike?
it.
If they do,
No.
it's very limited.
Technically,
No, they are. They are
No,
godlike
no.
because there's several episodes where they defy the laws of physics, like
That
materializing
doesn't
through a
necessarily
screen.
make you godlike.
Define the laws
That's
of
also a
physics. I
very,
mean, maybe aliens
it's a
do,
very
but like that
specific.
doesn't.
It's a very yeah.
Well,
that doesn't make
if
them
you-
necessarily godlike.
No, seriously. I mean, I've watched all the episodes where they appear, and they are absolutely divine in some sense. And Doctor Who's not
No,
shy
they're not.
about incorporating actual gods and deities
They're
that
not
are
divine. They
outside the
just
laws.
have a power over the time stream.
No. I'm
They're
not
not a-
saying they're divine. I'm just saying that they don't use
You did
technology
literally
to
say
do what they
they're divine.
do.
He's saying they're fine. They're sexy ass angels. That's
Oh.
what he's talking about.
Well, they
Some
are,
of them
but
are
no.
fine. Some of
They're
them
not
are. You gotta
divine
agree
like
with
a
them on that.
god, but they have deity-like powers to go through time and space. They're not using technology like the Time Lords do. So I don't think that would count because we're basically talking about a very low-level, dangerous demigod.
I mean,
I would not.
but like,
Yeah, but you can destroy
Sure,
them with a
but, like,
fucking
that's just
hammer,
kinda-
bruv. I don't want to hear it.
He doesn't want to hear it, guys.
Yeah, you can like fucking. You can
Everyone
kill. You can kill a weeping angel with a normal weapon.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
mean that they're not using space magic to do what they do.
That's
It's not
space magic. It is a form
It's
of
literally
technology.
not magic.
It's not.
It's not technology either. It's an inherent ability you
inherent,
possess.
But that's
I don't
still
really
space
count them
magic.
as-
Well, it could be
No, it's
inherent.
not.
It could be inherent and be magic or techno or I guess biological ability.
It's biological, yeah.
Well, look.
We
It
don't-
says it's biological in Doctor
Yeah,
Who,
saying that
but
a
if
stone
we
even
apply
be
it-
biological.
You know what? If it says it's biological in Doctor Who, I'm going to take what Doctor Who says over what you say, to be honest.
Yeah, but biological
Right.
doesn't mean that it's not magic. It doesn't mean that it's science. Is it science or magic?
Thank you,
And
Rouga.
does Doctor
They've
Who?
said it's.
They said biological doesn't mean science. Is it science or magic? Does Doctor Who even have magic?
They've.
Yes,
No.
it does.
No,
Yes, it does.
No, actually. Who?
It doesn't have magic.
Okay, literally, in the most recent season, there's a 2D dimensional character that literally claims that him and two others are actual gods
Oh, you
from the
talking?
fifth dimension.
That
They're
does not
gods.
matter.
That's not magic.
That's a god, bro.
not
That's a
magic.
god. That first off when you count, anyways, and that's just straight up a
Well,
god.
we're not talking. We're
Well,
not
he's
talking
not
about adding
saying
that
he's
to
not
the
saying to
list.
Adam.
Well, no, what he's trying to say is
Isn't it like
that
a
the
magical
setting itself is magical. He's
Yes.
not, he's not
It's not
suggesting those.
I mean, sure, that is true. I mean, but gods aren't all gods inherently magical?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Not all
it depends on the
no.
fiction, but most of the time, kind of. Yeah. I mean, there can
Doctor
be
Who
gods
gods-
that become that via technology, I suppose, or advancement. But generally speaking, it's usually.
Yeah,
usually
I
some
suppose
form of
then, yeah.
magic.
I guess, yeah, Doctor Who would probably have magic then.
Well, like the
It
toy
does.
maker's not
Then
magic.
again, that wouldn't
It
necessarily mean.
doesn't
Toy
have
Maker's
magic.
literally one of the three that the two-dimensional character of the God of Light mentioned. He's literally an actual demigod.
Yeah, that's not magic. He just has the ability. It's an inherent ability to him.
It's
Doctor Who
not
characters have
technology.
great- It doesn't have to
But
be
is it
technology
inherently
to not be
magical,
magical.
But okay, but again, are they aliens at that point? Is a better question.
I mean, he would be an
Well,
alien
the
to us.
idea
yeah.
Wait,
the
are we
criteria
arguing? Hold up,
for
hold up. Are we
Toy was
arguing?
that-
Hold up. We already have Daleks on the list, so none of this even fucking matters.
I don't know what. I don't know.
Like, this would be great for a
Yeah.
debate stream, which y'all never are prepared for. So save it for a future debate stream, and then y'all can go
It's
to
such a
town.
shame. I actually was preparing this whole week for a debate.
Yeah, too
Yeah,
bad the
me
last
too.
3 weeks no one prepared. That's a bummer that this is the
Yeah,
one you
get-
decided to prepare for.
Can't bump you. All
right, so okay.
Anyway,
what's the next one? So we have a couple of game guys here. Do you want to move on to like movies, or are there a couple more game aliens you want to add? We don't have that many.
Can we add the Deoxys?
What are they from?
If I may,
who are they? The Deoxys.
You go first. XCOM.
No, Dano. Oh, okay. XCOM.
Okay.
Maybe. Viking. What were you saying?
I was suggesting XCOM, and for me personally, I would also suggest either the Vipers or. I'm sorry. Was somebody trying to say something?
No. Go ahead, Viking.
No.
Finish what you're saying.
I would suggest either the Vipers or I can't remember the people who have shifters.
I have a question before just about about XCOM. I've played XCOM, like all of it, but I don't. Do you two know a lot about the actual culture of the things?
We do to an extent.
Okay, I didn't pay attention a lot to it, so I was just asking because they didn't really explain it. But if you read more into it, that's fair enough.
Well, a lot of the cultural lore actually comes from the least played and least performing game in the series, Chimera Squad. That's the one in which you actually have a squad.
Yeah, I just wanted to
communicate with.
Like Rouga said before, it's always you want someone who actually knows about it. So I was just making sure. Cool.
Yeah, I don't want to add a bunch of characters to the list that we don't know anything about. You know.
The Vipers look cool. I like them. I think they should be the one.
Vipers
from taken from Destiny.
Yeah.
That makes me reconsider my choice. Does anyone here know about Deoxys or no?
Nope.
Yeah.
Or anything about Pokemon in general?
You're not adding a Pokemon. Stop it.
Oh,
no.
Bro, really, bro. Fucking Pokemon fans.
Fucking Pokemon.
Why
Trying to ruin my goddamn tier list. Trying to ruin my goddamn tier list with your fucking Pokemon bullshit.
What? It's an alien. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's not.
It's Pokemon. It doesn't count.
What about the Hive or the Taken from Destiny?
The Hive Lord from Destiny.
We already did the Fallen. Viking kills
one per
Fallen.
franchise, unless you got that cha-ching.
Yeah, super chats can add. Super chats can add more. Super chats will also bring your pick to the front of the list, so we'll talk about it first. All right. Who's next? Okay, so should we
Death Angels.
Are they interesting in any way? They're just monsters.
Somebody mentioned the mind flayers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, they got some interesting aspects about them, but that's all speculation.
Are they?
They don't like
about the
using
Shatari?
The race doesn't. They don't like using magic. They're very anti-magic use, and it's mostly science. And they have a biological ability of
powers,
biological psychic powers. But they
If I may.
do utilize magic, even though it's like not that. Yeah, go ahead, Viking.
Okay.
Before we move on from video games, I was going to suggest StarCraft as well.
My problem with StarCraft is that every faction from StarCraft is like it has an equal opposite to Warhammer, right? So it's like the Zerg would just be the Tyranids.
Oh, can we do the Gula Omen from Stargate?
We could. I don't know anything about them, but we could. Let me.
They are parasitic.
I mean, we added Xenomorphs, right? Why can't we add Death Angel? I mean, Xenomorphs are just as monstrous.
Watch the stream.
The Xenomorphs are more than just monsters. Death Angels are literally monsters. The Xenomorphs are intelligent and they plan out and plot and they have thousands of years of history that you can go over and they're utilized in many different ways.
There's 2 different subspecies of them.
There are many different subspecies, not just 2. There's at least like
I meant two main ones.
There's like 7 or 8 different subspecies that we know of.
Big.
Yeah.
I meant like the red and the black ones, who are completely different.
Well, there's black ones, white ones, red ones, and
I didn't know it was white ones. I knew it was red and black.
Yeah, the white ones appear in the movies. There's like 2 different versions of white ones. The protomorphs are white, and there's another type of white.
Sorry, I meant like cultures. Like there are black and white, red xenomorphs in the comics are completely different. Like they have red queens and stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
And they fight each other.
Whoever's doing dishes, can you fucking mute yourself, please?
Space.
Like
Could we add the aliens from Risk of rain.
Risk of rain. I don't even know what those aliens
Yeah,
are.
risk of rain or risk of rain too.
What were the? Because y'all were arguing over a couple of different things. What were the aliens from XCOM that you wanted to use?
Vipers.
Vipers. It's a terrible name for an alien.
That's what they're called in game. I don't know that. That's what the XCOM humans call them. I can't remember their actual species name.
It's a terrible name. They should have given them a unique name. You should name them after an animal.
Because
they literally just look like snake people.
Yeah,
they
are.
Yes. They're literally snakes. Okay. I'll be honest with you. I'm not 100%
Yes,
sure
and
these guys are.
there is quite a bit of thirst art. Toby, I don't know if the stream can see what you're looking at right now, but there is a lot of thirst art, a lot of R34.
Why?
I'll check it out.
I guess
Wait,
that's
what?
because
That
would be a question for.
How about the monsters from Evolve?
yeah,
Those guys
Lizzie,
count?
why are
You gotta update us on the.
Did
on
you
the,
make
on,
them?
on the lizard
Wait,
furries.
I'm sorry.
Did you make them?
Yeah, we can do the
Hold on,
monsters. We can do the monsters
What
from
is
Evolve.
what is there a lot of art of now?
There's a lot of snake
Vipers?
porn.
Snake people?
Apparently.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. They have. I mean, snakes have two colors.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. That's a bit of a stretch, but fine. Let's see. The URL, just checking the guides. The prawns. Ooh, the prawns from District 9. I like that one. I'm adding it.
Good one.
Yes.
Yes, I like them. I do.
That's a good one. I typed in
I recently saw the
prawns
movie.
and a bunch of fucking shrimp popped up. Okay, prawns.
Time to order some prawns.
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 The prawns.
They've started doing doing prawns in the shop near my house. It's really weird. I've never seen them before.
To be fair, the prawns actually have. Yes, it is a slur. The prawns have a legitimate name. Prawns is an insult used by humans.
Yeah.
Are we
it
capable
like
of
catnip?
saying their name?
I think so.
Probably not.
I think they do say them.
I mean,
I think it says it in the movie. I have to remember what it was though.
Could we add the
One that
symbiotes?
The symbiotes. Very magic.
Yeah.
Very magic.
From Marvel.
Very
Venom.
magic.
Very magic.
Extremely magic.
Yeah, I suppose.
They were literally created by a god who took like fire and darkness and fused it together to create like it's magic. Super duper.
Yeah,
magic.
that makes sense actually.
It didn't
I
used to
would
be,
say
but they made it magic. They got Marvel makes everything fucking magic.
No,
If
they
we
used to
could
be
have-
legit science fiction alien type
Yeah.
things, and now they're just
Spider-Man is now
Well,
magic.
magic
Like,
demons,
Can
basically.
we add the aliens from the one Twilight Zone episode to serve man?
Not if it's from one
That's
episode.
funny.
There's not enough to go over. There's almost
damn.
nothing to talk
There's
about if it's
two
one episode.
technically.
Yeah, but there's just
There's two.
that's not enough. You're talking about
I
two
see.
20-minute episodes where they're probably not even the main characters of the whole episode. It's like
They are not.
You barely have anything to talk about if that's the case. I like
That's
Twilight
why
Zone. Do we for Star Trek people, if there's any Star Trek people who should be the Star Trek representation?
Probably Vulcans.
I am a
Vulcans
big
are
fan
cool.
No.
My favorite.
Okay, I saw a good one.
is
How
the-
about the Metroids?
Guys, I just asked a question, Nano. Let the fucking people answer before we move on to something else. Star Trek. Wow.
My favorite race from Star Trek. Sorry, my favorite race from Star Trek is the Ferengi, and that is largely because of the way that they were expanded upon in Deep Space Nine. They have a very capitalistic culture. Are
those dudes with the fucking big ears and shit?
Yep.
The big ears and the butt heads,
like the
and fangs.
manipulative dude who's like really upset. I didn't see I didn't see Deep Space Nine, but I think I know what you're talking about. They have like weird ears that are like fused in the side of their fucking head and shit. I think I know who you're talking about.
They're okay, but I like the Trill, the symbiotes
and they are
better.
Well, the Trill are humans with spots on them, and
They're not
belly
humans.
worms.
No, they
Like,
take over.
They
a
look
human.
extremely human.
They are literally a worm.
Symbiotes. Or wait, we're not talking about symbiotes. I thought. Sorry.
Well, the Trill from Star Trek.
Well, the Trill can take over more than humans. They can take over any species, just the ones we've seen or most
Yeah.
of
They can
humans.
anything.
But they're a worm.
Yeah.
Does it?
So it doesn't
Yeah,
really.
there's not really.
So wait.
So we just look at the worm design.
I shouldn't even brought up Star Trek because we have
You shouldn't have.
Romulans, we have Romulans, Klingons, Trill, What'd you say? Not Furons. What did you say that it was from Deep Space Nine?
Ferengi.
The Borg. There's a lot. There's a lot of
Borg are
options.
technically aliens, I guess.
I feel like they're all just human spots.
Which one is
Andorians.
sounding the most interesting? I'm just gonna make a poll.
Ferengi.
And then
Klingons and
all right, hold up.
Klingons.
Star Trek.
Vulcans are too human though.
Rep.
Yeah, but
Klingons?
that's not really human.
They're the least interesting. I don't know. Vulcans are not interesting. Emotionless humans are basically.
They're cool. They're interesting.
I mean,
okay,
Spock
so
is cool.
I'm gonna put
Space
Klingons.
elves.
I'm gonna put Klingons just
That's all
because
they
I feel
are.
like Klingons have to be on there. How do you spell the Ferengi? How do you spell that?
Ferengi.
NGI.
How about the
Ferengi.
Borg?
Ferengi.
Like, add
and then
that to the
what
poll
was
is
the
what I
other
mean.
one? Trill. And
Trill,
then
Trill.
I can. Oh, yeah.
There
I
is
know, I
something
can
that I
spell
would like
fucking
to
Trill, bitch.
clarify.
What's up?
There's something I would like to clarify. The Trill is the name of the host species, the people with the spots on.
What's the
Yeah, it's a symbiont.
Well, what's the worm called?
Symbiont.
Symbiont. Okay, is it
Symbiont?
It's not symbiote.
Like, is that like
so
a
how do you spell
combination
it?
of sentient?
Oh, weird.
NT at the end.
It means it's symbiotic. It is a symbiotic organism.
Symbiont. All right. Well, if it's taking over bodies, it doesn't seem very symbiotic. Klingons,
Well,
Ferengi,
they
Symbiont,
actually-
and then what do you think the last one should be? Borg.
Yeah,
Borg.
I say Borg.
Yeah.
I
feel like that just makes sense.
I like the Borg. Okay, and so
Is Borg its
Klingon,
own
Ferengi,
species?
Symbiont, and Borg.
Wait, the Q are aliens technically?
No,
Oh, they're
they're,
humans.
they're gods. They're gods.
They're gods.
They're basically like the
Basically.
Beyonders from Marvel, in case you're wondering, if you don't know what that is.
Borg might win this though.
They're very similar.
Wait,
to
do
Beyonders.
you mean like the Q from All Tomorrows or like the Q from Star Trek?
He's saying the Q from Star
They're
Trek.
both.
Okay, because they have both the same names.
That is funny.
Friga.
Well, they're technically spelled
Well, that's
differently.
ironic,
But, yeah,
though. Really,
they're also
They are
pronounced,
spelled differently.
but they're pronounced the same.
No, but
fucking
no,
thing.
no, they're technically spelled differently.
Yeah, they are
Well, yeah,
spelled
but
differently.
in terms of how you say the
No,
name.
technically, technically they're spelled differently.
Oh, surprisingly, the Ferengi
Alright.
are winning.
Damn.
I'm surprised. I would have thought they would have came in
They
last
should-
place.
Oh, the Ferengi paid off
I mean,
the
they
chat.
should. They
that's
are
why.
a very interesting culture.
Yeah,
they,
but I think
they are.
for
space
people,
capitals.
yes, but for people who don't know anything about Star Trek, you'd think that Borg and Klingons would win.
It's just not that they're fucking space America.
And I know,
They're-
and I know everyone in this comment section did not see Deep Space Nine.
Man,
I did
Deep
not see
Space
Deep
Nine's-
Space Nine.
I will say this:
No,
I
we
didn't
didn't
see. I
see
didn't
it.
see.
Wow.
I will say this, Viking: I haven't seen Deep Space Nine, so you're going to do all the talking. I don't know shit about Deep Space Nine, so I don't really.
Just
let me-
like, I
let
can
me
save
put
my
it
voice
like
for that
this.
part.
The
Can we
captain,
add?
Captain Benjamin Sisko in Deep Space Nine. When Q came to
Well,
Deep
let's
Space Nine,
when
and
we
started
get
fucking
to it.
around,
When we get to it, we'll start talking about it. Let's not jump the gun quite yet. We don't even know if they're going to win. Right now, they're tied with the Borg. I'm gonna give
Come
it a
on,
little.
boys.
I'm gonna give it a little bit more
Come on,
time. We got
boys.
23 people in here, and only 10 people voted. So
Brutal, what's the count right now?
what's the count? We're close.
So how many we have in
2,
total?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is gonna make 13 with the Star Trek rep. Then we got 2 more, and that's gonna be it for the freebies. After that, if you want to add anybody or push anybody up the list, give me a super
Cha-ching.
chat.
Can we add the Martians from War of the Worlds?
No.
That's a great one.
No, they suck.
Those are
Painful.
fun.
No, those are cool.
First off, we know
fun.
barely anything about them besides the one thing.
They die from
that's
oxygen. They show up, die,
They get
take
sick.
people, and die from oxygen. I don't know.
What
There's,
about the,
there's just more
Oh, what
interesting
about-
movie aliens than the ones from. They're like kind of like the basic bitch aliens.
We
What about
also
the-
don't know enough
What
about
about
them.
what about the aliens from the first Men in the Moon?
What about War of the Worlds or something like that?
He just said
Yeah,
War.
War
of
of
the
the
That's what
Worlds.
Lizzie was talking about.
Yeah,
Lizzie
no,
just
yeah,
said War of the Worlds.
I feel like it'd be hard to do a species off of one movie.
The Navi from Avatar. I feel like y'all are going to eventually get sick of me putting the Navi at the bottom of lists.
The arrival aliens.
Well,
I
because
don't
it's
know.
like there's not much interesting about them that
The Navi.
besides like the
No,
whole
there's
god.
nothing interesting about the Navi.
What? They're neat. What do
The
you
only one
mean?
that interests me is that their planet is
You
alive.
just
and
want to sleep with them, Lizzie. That doesn't mean they're neat.
That's true.
No,
Yes,
that's
he
not.
does.
That's
You wanna-
not.
you wanna
I mean,
sleep with him.
yeah, but also, yeah, but
Well,
also,
yeah, I
like,
mean,
there's
technically, I
culture.
suppose.
I mean, they have different culture and like
I
they're
respect the
cool.
honesty. I respect the honesty, though.
Okay, I got bad news. The Borg have won.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
We all
I
saw
guess
it.
resistance really was futile.
It was way closer than I thought it was going to be. The Ferengi had second highest voting. It was only like 2 votes shy. But
I was say more interested in the Ferengi.
But the Borg. Well, I was interested because I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to know about them.
It would have been cool to learn new things, but people don't want to learn new things.
They're
People want to go with the same stuff over and over.
It says Nano, who likes to fucking put
After this, I'll
Pokemon on
send
the
you
list.
a few of the things they're best
What's
known
wrong
for.
with Pokemon? And last time I checked, I don't even remember anything about Pokemon being brought up in recent
You
times.
literally brought up Pokemon.
You've brought up
Oh, can we
Pokemon
bring up
several
the
times.
alien?
Right now? You mean like
wait,
right
I'm
now?
sorry. We don't know anything about
buddy?
that anymore. Sorry.
Pokemon's gay. Just leave it alone.
Okay, we can. I think we
Oh,
only
okay.
have.
Okay.
We have what? 1 more or 2 more?
Oh, I think two more.
Where's the rain aliens?
Can we bring
Can
up
we
the
add,
aliens?
Yeah.
Can we bring up the aliens from V? The aliens from V?
What's V?
That was V.
I don't know what V is.
It's a TV series.
It's a what?
It was a TV series,
It's a
kind
TV
of like
series
I don't.
and a movie, technically.
I've never heard of it.
They're like lizards. They disguise themselves as humans to take over the Earth.
I don't
If
think
they're
enough-
humans, we can't have them.
I don't think enough people are gonna know anything about
I'm
them.
saying they disguise themselves
Yeah.
as humans. How the fuck has nobody seen V? It's very famous.
I mean,
Apparently not.
It's amazing.
Apparently
Holy shit.
not.
Can we add
No,
the Metroids
no,
or the
no,
Chozos from Metroid?
I mean, I've seen it, but it
I would
wasn't,
say
like,
add it
gripping.
if you're like Sorry, I'd say
Is-
add it
is
if you're
it a-
confident you could speak about it very well.
Is it a Is it a Bollywood movie?
No, it's a fucking
Hollywood.
series.
It's a TV series about a series of aliens.
I
that-
just
Is
I
it
just
Bollywood
typed in V, and the first thing that popped up was a fucking Bollywood action movie.
They
So
look like
even
humans.
even Google doesn't know what
They,
you're
they,
talking
they do
about.
act and look like humans,
type in
and later it's
V,
revealed
type
as
in-
lizard people.
Type in V TV series.
Okay, now there's a white woman on the cover.
There's like
Interesting.
an original series from like the
You would have
80s
to
or 90s
find
or
them.
something, and then there's the
Yeah,
rebooted
you have
2000
to
series.
find a picture of them in their true like form because they disguise themselves as humans. They're actually reptilian in nature.
Okay. I don't
Yeah.
think anybody's gonna know what the fuck this is.
Damn, nobody's fucking seen this. God damn! Out of all the people in this fucking Discord,
hey, someone really wanted the Ferengi. Okay, so we're gonna add the Ferengi, guys.
Do them first, yeah.
Nice.
What a play.
Yeah, they're exactly who I thought they were. By the way, there's
Wait a minute. Was it with the super chat?
Yeah, it was a super chat.
That is so on brand for the Ferengi to win because of money.
Because of money. That's how it works.
That's the
Yes,
point.
I respect
Yeah,
it works. What can you say it works? It clearly works.
See, capitalism really does win.
Yeah, that's what
There you go.
Or the Ferengi.
I've been
Listen, in
preaching
many
that
ways.
forever.
See, that right there
the
is
Yanks would be
space
neat,
capitalists
I guess.
winning out over space communist.
It's true.
Because the Borg are basically space communists.
Hey.
Can we add the
I don't think you can
Can we
say the
add
Borg
the
are
Ferengi
communists.
space
They're
capitalists?
robots. They're not. It's not the same thing.
Can
They
we
don't
add
have
the
ideologies like that.
Wait, can we add the Yerks from the Animorphs?
The Animorphs.
You're doing
The book
deep
series?
cuts, man. You're doing very
good
deep
one,
cuts.
like-
I've read those books. I haven't read those books in actual years. I have no idea what they were even about.
I couldn't tell you what it's about anymore. Yeah, you're
They're
right.
very-
It was about people who could transform into animals.
Yeah, I
Well,
know
it's
that
not
from the
Animorphs.
fact that the fucking title is Animorphs and the book starts out with a dude fucking one of them starts out with a dude transforming
Dude,
into like a
fucking
snake.
an
I
animal?
think.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would say
All
that
right.
the animals
Sure, they're
are
overpowered,
magical,
too.
but the Yerks are not.
I know why Lizzie likes it now.
Lizzie.
True.
That's not why I like it. I like it because it's a war series.
That's not why.
They got war in there?
I mean,
Well, I'm
Terminator
calling
Animal is
straight
pretty
bullshit.
cool. I mean,
I love how
No,
someone
call it
said,
what it
"Hey,
is, furry
someone said, wait, what about the Thing? Or is it too unknown?" I don't think anyone's
Too
gonna say the
unknown.
Thing is unknown.
Yeah, we
no,
know
but we
the
also
thing.
don't. Yeah, but the thing doesn't. I mean, yeah.
Okay,
it's
I
about the
actually do
thing.
think we'll add another caveat though, because I do think this matters. I think that we should probably put one that is legitimately a race and not just one being. Cause I mean,
Yeah.
like the Blob, the Thing, it's just one dude. We don't know anything about the species as a whole or how it operates, or there's nothing we could say about it other than what its powers are. So it's kind of, so I'll just put not one. There we go. People will know what that means, right? Put the Borg back on top.
I was going to bring up
I wanted to
Calvin.
put the
God damn
Borg.
it.
Okay, Borg's back on top. So we're gonna. This is gonna be a lot of
sucks that we
Star
can't have
Trek
them anyways.
conversations right out the gate. This is gonna be very
Can we
heavy
add?
Star
Can we add
Trek.
a?
What's up?
Can we try something different and add the Chozo from Metroid? Because they're the only aliens I think that actually have culture in all of Metroid, besides Metroids themselves, but they're usually all isolated.
Well, we only have 2 more options, so really try and pick these be careful with these last 2. Do we have any?
We could put
have
it
enough-
between the Chozo and the Metroids, I suppose.
Do we have enough
or
like
anything?
movie guys like the mimics from shit?
Aren't the mimics a hive mind too?
Yeah,
The
you
alien
can
from
have-
Slither.
You can have multiple hive minds. I don't care as long as they're interesting and unique.
I thought it was. I thought one of the caveats you said was that they can't just be one being. Technically, if
Well, no,
hive minds
hive
are
mind
that,
isn't one being.
Hive
They're
mind's not
multiple.
one being. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay.
It's
I
not
might be.
one-
I
it's
might be
not
wrong.
one
on
Well,
that. That would be a cool
if
one,
you're
though. I
looking
guess.
for-
And the mimics.
If you're looking for a movie,
Slither.
specific ones, there
Slither.
are the Drac.
Speaking of mimics, could you do the mimics from D&D?
No.
Is that an
Those aren't
alien?
aliens.
Wait,
They might be
Viking,
aliens.
what was Viking
Aliens.
saying? Viking was talking about something. What was he saying?
There's a movie called Enemy Mine, in which this human dude and an alien dude, they're both enemies, but they also wind up crashing on this one planet and have to rely on each other to survive. The alien dude, because his species does this, has a kid, and he raises that kid. This species is called the Drac. Let's see. We actually explore their culture a lot in that particular movie. He teaches them about the religion, and it basically trusts him to teach that to the kid. Fucking hell! I'm trying to see right now if I can find any useful information.
Somebody said Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Does anyone think that Killer Clowns from Outer Space should not be on this list?
Me.
I would say that they-
Yeah, I don't think that.
Oh,
Actually, I have a better one. How about the clowns from Big Top Burt?
What?
I have no idea what that is.
Ooh, I just thought of a good one. What about Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors?
Okay.
Well, wait,
Familiar, but I don't know.
One. That's only one though.
No. In the original
no,
ending,
but he's cool.
he takes over the world, and there's a whole bunch of them. Have y'all not
Yeah.
seen the
We don't
original
know
ending of Little Shop of Horrors?
That
Yeah,
much.
the original
I
ending
don't think I've ever seen that. No.
God damn it! But it's such a cool alien.
If
All
you
right,
if you talk on it, Rouga, it's yours.
Oh, no, it's not him. He's cool.
No, apparently he's not cool enough. Apparently he's not cool enough. So no Killer Clowns, no Audrey. I kind of did this to myself, but no Blob. I actually do like the Blob quite a bit, but you're right, he doesn't
Well,
have
isn't
culture.
the blob? Wait, isn't the blob a military experiment? He's not.
Body
alien.
Snatchers isn't a bad one. Does anyone want Body Snatchers?
Body Snatchers,
Oh, no,
yes, I love
Body
that.
Snatchers from
Snatchers
what
are just
again?
dudes.
From Body Snatchers.
Body Snatchers are just
From fucking
dudes.
Body Snatchers.
Oh, is that what it's?
Invasion of the
Okay.
Body Snatchers.
Body
Snatchers,
Snatchers,
yeah.
bitch. Fucking...
Do Demogorgons count?
Well, what about Syl from Species?
Are they?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
That
Yeah,
is also
species?
one person, to be fair, but it's not.
Zoidberg.
It's not
In
bad.
the second one, there's more.
No, there's
There's a dude that she ends up trying to kill at the end. That's like the same as her. Yeah, that's true. God damn it! You know what? Okay, wait. How many more do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's
7,
that alien
9,
from Life?
10, 11, 12. Okay, so we need 2 more. No, we have 12. Wait, 12.
Calvin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Calvin?
5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9.
Calvin.
like,
I would
has
say
anyone
Calvin.
seen that movie?
I like
It's just
Calvin a
one
lot,
guy
actually.
though.
I thought we had 13. Oh
I mean,
no,
yeah, but, like,
we
that's
did.
right.
He moved Borg up,
That's-
so we still do have 2 more.
That species is like super adaptable and stuff like.
Okay, so let's
be really cool.
Calvin
to put 'em up
species
there.
is technically. Well, actually, no. Wait, Calvin does have
We
a
don't know,
species,
like, I don't know
right?
if they
There
have a
are
name
multiple
for
of
it, but,
them.
like-
Well, they don't have a name for it,
alien
but
from the
they named
movie
them.
Species.
Hold up, we got.
Yeah, but no, Calvin does have other species. They're just dormant.
Hold up, we got.
Yeah,
let's see.
they-
We
they
have. We
also
have.
said
I'm
that
gonna make a
in the
list.
movie,
I'll
they
make a
said they found
list.
them on
I'll make a
Mars.
list, and we're gonna decide off the list. So we got killer clowns. We got Audrey. We got Calvin.
Yeah, we had Metroids.
Metroids.
Species alien.
That doesn't really count.
Xenomorphs are already on here.
No, this is
I
a
would like to
different
retract the
alien. This
species
is a
alien.
species.
Body.
Basically,
oh, species.
on the
Yeah,
premise
yeah,
that
body.
Just saw that
Snatchers,
2 days ago.
And then
watch those
species.
films.
I haven't seen species in a long time. I mean, look, if we're adding species and Calvin, then I'm basically might as well just remove the whole one alien thing.
No, in species they have multiples, especially the part 2 and 3.
Calvin isn't.
I mean, if you remove Calvin,
Calvin
fine.
is
It's
one,
another
I
alien
suppose,
that's different.
because we don't
Calvin
know a
has-
whole lot about their
Not I
species just
suppose.
from
It
Calvin
just
alone.
is. It's literally the one dude. And I could.
Yeah, we
I
don't
also
know
might.
about
I also might as well.
species.
Put,
Yeah, right.
I also might as well pull the blob on there. Yeah.
Blob is fun.
The blob is fun, and the thing.
The only other one that I like wanted
Isn't
to
the
mention
Blob
was
just
from,
by
like, a
himself?
little movie
I thought-
called Evolution, in, like 2001.
That movie's
It's
terrible. I don't know why people
Evolution?
like that movie.
Evolution's not an alien movie.
It is an
Is
alien.
it?
It's not.
It's
It's
100% an alien
movie.
movie.
The
It's-
alien species is.
Yeah,
I was
it's,
just
about,
thought-
it's
I always
literally
just
about
thought
an
that-
alien invasion.
I always thought that the evolution aliens, I don't know, not aliens. I always
What
thought they were
about
just
the,
like the creatures that they found in a underground or something.
No, they're actually.
I like the body
aliens.
snatchers. Did you add
Like
them
that's
yet?
how they spread as they
Yeah, that's a good
as
one.
they adapt to planets.
Oh, it's on
like,
there.
super
Okay, I
fast.
remember.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Oh,
If
so
we're gonna add the
the-
blob, then if
what
we were
about-
adding the blob, why did we remove Calvin?
Yeah, we gotta get rid of Calvin if we're keeping the rule.
What about
Okay.
the aliens from?
Yeah, but we have to get rid of the
Live
blob too because
the blob's
he's just
not
one
on
dude.
there. Look at the fucking stream. The
What about-
blob is not there. Stop. You never watched the
Oh.
goddamn stream.
Yeah, I do.
You're not watching it right now
What
because you
about-
know the blob
I
wasn't
looked
there.
away for 1 second and now
1
I'm a
second.
criminal, guys.
It was
What
never
about the
put there.
aliens?
What's up?
What
Aliens-
about the aliens from Live, Die, Repeat? What about those guys?
Those are the mimics. I brought
Oh,
those
nice.
up.
Those are the mimics. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
those are the
Oh,
mimics. Okay,
Okay,
we
that's
got
what
we have
they're
to.
fucking called?
Well, yeah, they're called mimics.
Damn.
I don't even know why,
Weird.
'cause they don't mimic anything, but they're called mimics.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to narrow it down. Which out of this list? We need 2 of them. Which out of these lists seem like the best one? Let's pick 4 from this list, and then we'll put it on there, and then the top 2 that gets voted for we'll add to the list. Okay. So who do you want? We need 4: mimics, killer clowns, Audrey, Metroid, body snatchers, or species. Which we need 4 of them.
The clowns.
I would go with species.
Okay,
and,
you know, just tell me
mimics.
just tell me which
Body
one.
snatchers.
Just tell me which ones we're leaving off. Which one out of this list seems like the one
just
that
we're
needs
leaving off.
All right,
needs
remove
to
the
be left?
clowns.
The clowns?
Yeah, the clowns.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
2 for clowns.
Get rid of them.
Does
Boot
everyone
'em.
think we should remove
Boot
the
'em.
clowns?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah,
dude.
let's get rid of the clowns.
No love for the clowns. Okay.
Nah, bro, sorry.
out
They're
the
too
clowns.
human.
No
Know
love
nothing
for the
about them.
clowns. Oh shit, we gotta get rid of one more. We still have one more too many. I miscounted. Mimics, Audrey, Metroid, body snatchers, species. One of them's gotta go, and then we'll have 4, and then we can vote.
I'm less interested in
Keep
body
ordering.
snatchers, so I'm a
Whoa.
body
Yeah,
snatchers.
I like body
Body-
snatchers. Body snatchers.
Body
a
snatchers
cool
is the
one.
best on the list.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be people are gonna disagree
Is
with
it?
you on that one. Body snatchers
Yes.
are great.
I'm sorry, what's the list again?
I don't know the body snatchers, and I don't know. I mean, I was
Mimics,
species.
Mimics, Audrey, Metroids, body snatchers, or species. Honestly, I would probably remove species personally, but
Yeah, species.
I was
could go
thinking, yeah,
on
I was
that list.
thinking species
No.
too.
no, you were thinking body snatchers. You fucking liar. You already said
Well,
it.
hey, I flipped the
Goddamn
coin and it was
Nano.
like body snatchers or
I'm gonna
species.
go-
Okay.
Where's
I'm gonna
Nano?
go with mimic.
Where's
Either
Nano?
mimics or
I'm
just
gonna go-
species.
I
I'm
got
gonna
go.
go with
Nano's
mimic.
Nano's
I'm
name
going-
needs has to change.
I'm going to
Name
go
should
with.
change.
This is no.
I'm gonna go with removing mimics.
Yeah, get rid of the mimics. I say.
Mimics?
Species is an interesting
They're
conversation.
cool.
But
They got
Yeah,
time
but we don't know
powers.
anything about them. Yeah, but we don't know anything about them.
Yeah, we do. Well, we don't know a lot,
very-
I suppose.
Yeah, we don't know a lot. Like, what is their culture? I don't know. They invade the Earth.
I don't think they are, like,
I
their
just
kind of
removed I just
culture.
removed species. Do you want me to put species back on?
by
for the mimics?
species.
Yeah, put species back.
Oh, nice. I love it.
Are we in agreement?
At least we know something about species.
Well, I mean,
We don't know anything about.
she's a chick that likes to have
There's
sex
3
with
whole
people.
movies. No,
yeah.
it's a dude as well in part 2.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean they go over what their whole situation is just because there's more movies. All right, so pick top 2 wins, and then we're gonna have who do we got? We got species, and then we have
The Earth Defense Force is
what
not.
were the other one? Audrey,
Body
Metroids, Body Snatchers.
Audrey,
Metroid.
feed me, Seymour.
Body Snatchers. All right, and that's gonna be that. So start poll. Boom. All right, top 2 wins. I give you all time. Vote smartly. Like if you think the dude who you want the most is gonna win, maybe you might want to vote for your second most wanted. You know, just something to think about.
That's what I'm afraid of, so I'm just picking Body Snatchers from the get-go.
Yeah, like body snatchers must win.
Yes.
The Body Snatchers must win.
We must behold the agenda.
The agenda of Body Snatchers.
Oh, Metroid.
What was that One Piece meme where it's like the agenda?
Body
must be
Snatchers and Metroid are
Audrey
the
has
highest
no
right
love.
I am hating the Audrey. What is wrong with Audrey? Audrey's awesome.
Damn,
No one
nobody
likes Audrey.
Do people not know?
No
have
one
have
wants
people
Audrey.
not seen Little Shop of Horrors?
I guess not.
I
It's
haven't, so I
haven't.
don't know.
I've seen some of the new one.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna
I've heard
show people.
Species is also losing right now.
Audrey. Well, actually, it's Audrey 2. Hold up. This is Audrey,
Yeah, you're
guys.
correct.
It's awesome. It's a giant fucking tank. It's a giant tank. It's a giant fucking plant with the voice on like a super, with like a super
I have
groovy,
seen
like
this
groovy,
movie.
like black guy voice.
The plant.
He's incredibly intelligent and he manipulates people. Feed me.
Why didn't you say
Seymour.
plant like 5 seconds ago? I probably
did
would have
say
voted
plant.
for him.
I said plant at least 3 times.
Feed me.
I don't remember ever hearing
You
plant.
gotta watch the movie.
And he successfully takes over the planet in the true ending. So good.
Oh, does he? I thought.
Yes,
I
he
thought
dominates the
died.
entire planet. That's in the
wins.
theatrical ending, but the theatrical ending is trash.
Okay, then I watched the other movie then.
Yeah, they changed it.
Okay, well, it looks like it's gonna be Metroid and Body Snatchers because people suck and they don't like Audrey. So
What if we just say nah and pick the one that the 2 that are the least losing?
this is what you get. Why? If we pick the 2 that are the least losing, that means you lose out on your Metroid.
I didn't even suggest any of the subverse species.
I don't even know what that is.
The subverse is a sci-fi game about overthrowing a space theocracy.
Does
It's also an adult game, and
Stellaris
you're overthrowing it with sex and violence.
Does Stellaris have any like canonical species, or is it just all like gameplay stuff? Like they don't have a story with
I'm
characters.
pretty sure
in
it's
it?
all gameplay.
What are the names of the aliens in Sonic?
Apparently,
Like Sonic
in
species?
the for Stellaris, by the way.
I don't know.
Liam,
For Stellaris,
Mobians.
Let
That's
fucking
the
Liam
name.
talk. Shut up, Nano. What? Go ahead.
So from what I've read on Stellaris, when you log into the game, the pre-made species are meant to be the canon ones. That is all we have. That's all we have.
Fun. All right. Well, I wonder if it's a story. I need a story then. Hold up. I've been playing Stellaris a lot. It's fun. All right. Let's see. Metroid.
Stellaris.
Body. I don't like how my voice sounds. It's fucking me up. Body Snatchers. Gotta get my Body Snatcher goodness on.
Can we all agree, though, that if Subverse was put on here, that the Venerians would win?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea.
What?
You're asking me
what
unanswerable
now?
questions.
I know.
And these are gonna be the last 2.
Don't worry, it's just me being a gooner.
A gooner?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
A gooner.
Ah. All right.
Lizzie likes you already. Don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
even know what they are. What are they called? And where will they form?
And
I need to know this for scientific reasoning.
there we go.
Are you asking me this?
All right.
Yes.
And the pole.
They're called the Venarans. They're from a game called Subverse. That's all I'm going into over here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good. We have our 15. If you want to add any more from this point on, or move anyone on the list, you know the drill. Yeah, super chat it. Otherwise, we're just gonna go through the list like normal, because everything's gonna be cool.
Oh wait, I forgot to do that.
I had a funny idea.
What? What's your funny idea right now?
If we added the aliens from Jimmy Neutron.
Hilarious. I'm laughing really hard on the inside. I know it doesn't sound like I am, but you can trust me that I totally am. Actually, okay. All right. So let's actually get through the let's get the fucking shit started. Also, as normal, and like a little more so this week than normal as well, because my voice is fucked up and I don't feel like being here and damaging it even more. If we're not getting a lot of super chats and shit, I'm ending this shit early. I'm not having to get through it all like 8 hours from now. So I'm just letting you guys know that, because fuck that. But first up, we got Borg. So Viking, you seem to know a decent amount about Star Trek. Would you like to start talking about the Borg?
Certainly.
Go for it.
The Borg, as you know, are a techno hive mind. They are extremely expansionist. They go out, they find anybody with useful technology, or more importantly, useful biology, that they fold that into themselves. They take them, what's the word? Not embrace, assimilate. They assimilate them, turning everyone there into Borg, and also turning themselves into what's left of those people. Now, the Borg, as near as we know, are native to the Gamma Quadrant, but they have several methods that they use for the most efficient, fast light travel, which all serves the purpose of just finding new species to assimilate. The Borg are extremely adaptive. They're known for adapting to forms of damage, adapting to the hazards that they're likely to run into, and just shielding themselves from it, making themselves immune to absolutely anything and everything that can possibly hurt them. But the Borg, well, let's see. How should I put this? The Borg do not see themselves as fighting. They actually go out of their way a lot of times to not fight if they don't have to. They see the assimilation as something good that they're doing both for themselves and for whatever species that they're running into. They will overpower in any way that they have to, but unless somebody is actively a threat to them or to the process of assimilation, they don't fight them.
Process of assimilation. Yeah, one interesting thing about the Borg is they don't actually have weapons of mass destruction, despite the fact that this is a universe that has massive weapons of mass destruction, because destroying things isn't their, like, that's not what they want. It's not their prerogative.
Exactly.
Killing a bunch of people and destroying a bunch of shit actually goes against what they want, which is to assimilate. If they destroy shit, that's less shit that they can assimilate, less shit that they can learn from. I guess their mental state would be kind of similar to that of like a Brainiac type, where it's all about acquiring knowledge and becoming more advanced and sort of doing this whole thing. And the Borg are awesome. Borg are great. Where on the list should we be putting said Borg? It's always hard to...
They even have time travel capabilities, and again,
they
see everything else.
It's not power. It's we talked about it earlier. I'll pull up the thing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's not who's the most powerful. But let's see. We have design, culture, biology, X factor. Basically, what makes them? Are they interesting? Are they well fleshed out? Are they was a lot of effort put into their creation of and all the different the makings and the way that they work as a whole? I would say so.
Oh, yes.
I think the Borg are very well established. There's a lot of effort put into them to make them interesting and unique, and I don't, despite there being many different assimilation type factions in science fiction, there hasn't really been any like the Borg. They are genuinely unique compared to other things. But where exactly? I think it might be too early to put an S already. It's always hard to do. It's always hard to do the first ones because you never know how good it's gonna get, and you end up always moving it around. But just for the starter, off the top of your head, for people who really know the Borg, sounds like it's really just kind of me and Viking. Where do you think that the Borg should go when you look just real quick at the rest of this list? Where do you think that they would probably line up?
S or A?
Honestly, I think there is more material at least. They're better fleshed out than just about everything else on that list just because of the amount of content that they're in. Between not just the show, but the movies, games, books, that sort of thing. If it were up to me, I would go ahead and slot them in S. I'd say they're definitely better than some of the other ones that have wound up. They're definitely better than, for example, the Daleks, which I say are their nearest, like the next nearest thing in terms of theme to them. Then the other. Actually, look at the stream real quick. I lost it.
Yeah, put him in
Yeah,
S2.
they have the most interesting stories. Well, generally the most interesting stories that I've noticed in Star Trek.
Wait, did
It's,
he said he lost? Did everybody lose it, or did just he lose it?
No, it's fine.
Y'all are good. Okay,
It's just a me thing.
Okay, cool. I just wanted
What
to make sure because my shit rebooted too, and I just wanted to make sure that everything and nothing shut off. Okay,
all good.
Cool. So yeah, we'll put him in S for now. If we come across another alien race that's just very clearly above or more interesting or whatever, we'll move them around. But as of right, just if you just asked me right now, I would probably agree that they're S. They're very, very well fleshed out, and even everything from like their technology. Like we know in really deep detail how their technology works in a way that we don't for most fictional universes, which is very cool. Now the next one we're going into, I can't talk about it at all, is the Ferengi. That's going to be all you, and it's basically just going to be. I wouldn't spend as much time as you did on the Borg. Try and get through it a little bit quicker, but give us like a short description of the Ferengi and where you think that they should go as comparison to the only person that we have on the list, which is the Borg.
The Ferengi are exceptionally misogynistic. They are exceptionally set in their ways. They value profit above all else, where they're
very conniving.
Even their religion is based on the rules of acquisition.
They are mobsters from space.
I'm trying to think about like how I can actually make this concise, but
it's a skill.
Like Space American?
That is
like
them.
Space American.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, the Ferengi are my favorite, but I understand that they're not necessarily everyone else's favorite. So if I was going to put them in a rank, I would go ahead and say A. If we're just
would you say that they're just as fleshed out as the Borg, and they're just as
no,
well
they're not
thought
just
out?
as fleshed out as the Borg. I wish that they were. There is a lot more content there than there is for, say, the Andorians. There's a lot more content there than there is for the Trill, but they are not as fleshed out as the Borg.
Would you say that what is there is vastly more interesting than the Borg?
Not
more
necessarily.
interesting.
Okay.
It's there's a lot of it that's interesting. There's but a lot of it is also a lot of the lore is trivial. The reason that they're my favorite largely comes from the way that the actual Ferengi characters are. Just the Nog joining Starfleet, learning how to read, the part where he loses his leg. That's his uncle Quark owns the bar and has some of the most interesting. He has a lot of really interesting things that happen to him. So if I'm being completely honest, my the reason that I like the Ferengi so much has a lot more to do with the characters than it does with the race itself. So
They're
I
very
would
much
go ahead and say,
gremlins that have put their place in the world of Star Trek. They're definitely running a lot of it in the underground, especially, but they are pretty fleshed out. I would say AB is not a bad place to put them.
You Viking, you
Yeah.
say
if it was
Yeah,
up to me,
easily.
A.
I would say
Low
A.
A's, I'd say.
You don't know
Minimum.
anything about. You don't
I
know
would like
anything
to put
about
them
them,
in
do you,
S,
Lizzie?
but they don't seem to
Anybody
be. Yeah.
All right, so we'll put them in A.
They are pretty fun.
All right, now we're gonna get to the people that more people would probably know something about. More people should watch Star Trek because they're actually really good. They're like really good. They're probably some of the best science fiction shows. They're not the best. I actually do think that Expanse is better than any single Star Trek show. To be fair, but
absolutely.
But the Star Trek shows are good, very good.
Damn, we didn't pick any Expanse things.
There's only one. There's no aliens. There's one thing, the proto molecule,
one thing,
and it's
yeah.
a technology.
Yeah.
So they're all humans.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, but anyway, so next up we have one that people will actually know quite a bit about, hopefully. The Hutts. I don't give a fuck about the Hutts. I don't find them interesting at all. I don't give a damn. They're just generic mob boss aliens that look like giant slugs. Does anybody want to defend or talk about the Hutts in any way that's more interesting?
Not really.
No, everyone.
More annoying Ferengi. There you go.
Does everyone think they're boring? Like I think they're so boring.
I mean, the only interesting parts about them is sort of their design. I know that it is just boring space slugs, but it's different. It's very different to most aliens, at least. So I think they do have at least some decent design, just being unique.
I think the fact that they have, I think the fact that they're giant space slugs and they're also like a criminal, they run criminal like crime families is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
but that's all you could say about them.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
literally the
not-
only
I'm not-
thing you could say about them. Is
I
that
was.
they're-
No, I agree. I was just
Aren't they
saying at least they
resistant to,
have.
like,
They have.
force
They have
No,
some
I'm
things.
with you on the design aspect. I actually do think they're relatively. I mean, you can't see that and not know exactly what it is. It's very clear the kind of alien that like it's a unique design for sure. But outside,
There are a lot of fun things.
Like,
well, there are fun things like the little critter that was living inside Jabba the Hutt's fat folds, for one thing.
Gross.
I thought that was fun. Yes, it is. Very.
But that's not. About, that's not about the
some-
species.
Some Hutts become a Jedi. Not all of them are criminals.
Well, the one that I know of that did become a Jedi also then became a Sith. So
Yeah,
that
that is very much the exception to the
Yeah.
rule. Like, very much the exception.
Yeah, that's fair.
how do you even fucking be a Jedi, like jumping around and shit, when you're a fucking giant slug?
So supposedly they're a lot more agile than you'd give them credit for.
Well, in his defense, he did become a Jedi, but he also became a Sith. Like, that's the thing.
Well,
So
but he's still not like a crime syndicate. He's not a mobster. Is the point?
They're slither creatures. Gotcha.
I mean, he became a
Yeah,
criminal.
and
That is crime. If you're a Sith,
Yeah,
it's
I would-
crime.
My defense was basically just to say they're not F and they're like B. That was my defense. That was what my defense was gonna be.
Yeah, B's fine.
I don't
I
like
would
them.
say-
I like them in C and D.
I'm
They're
more.
not
Yeah,
too
I think
versatile.
they're
They're
too. I think they're too
generally-
dull, and there's not enough going for them to put them all the way up in B. But because of the design, I'm not gonna put
Maybe
them in,
C.
in D. I think C is probably okay for them.
C works, I guess.
I don't know if
I mean,
anyone
they're
thinks.
kind of cool in the sense that, like,
I'd say
in
C is
a
probably the
universe
the
where-
best I would give them.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I was trying to defend
Like,
that.
people like them, but that doesn't mean it's functional as alien. you know?
I've given my opinions on Star Wars a lot. I think outside of Jedi and Sith, the Star Wars universe is one of the most boring sci-fi universes you could possibly have. There's nothing interesting about it, and everything is way too simplistic. Like all the weapons are plasma. There's like almost every single weapon in the entire universe is plasma. Almost every faction uses the same weapon types. Blasters is the only. There's 7 martial arts across the entire universe. Like the world is just so. Even though it's supposed to be this vast galaxy, it's so fucking small and simple in a way that it would never be if it was actually a galactic empire like it is. Everyone.
you know what?
There's really just one culture for the most part across the whole thing,
We
with
should have put
very few tiny
we should've-
subcultures occasionally that will pop up. Like it's just not interesting.
We should have put the
I now
Tuscans.
see you like the. I see
Tuscans
now
are-
like
the
comparing
Tuscan
that to
Raiders
the
are human.
Expanse. Why you like the Expanse so much more?
You know, aren't they fleshed out in
the same
like
reasons I do.
Mandalorian?
Yeah, the Expanse is great.
No,
Not
that-
really.
Expanse is wonderful.
Yes,
A bit.
human.
The Expanse is a more politically interesting world and culturally interesting world than Star Wars, despite the fact that it is nowhere near the size. It's a fraction
What
of a
is-
fraction of the size, and it's way better. What's up?
It feels
What
more
is-
populated.
What is that?
Oh,
Is
Yeah,
there
but
something
also-
before Alien, but it's blank?
What? Oh no!
Oh, if you look
It's
at
it's a spacer. It's just a spacer.
He moved 3 things.
Oh,
it's
okay. I was
it was
very
a-
confused.
No, it's a spacer that separated the stuff that people paid for from the stuff that was free. That's all it
Ah.
was. So that I would, because in the past I've gotten confused when people paid to move shit up and I didn't know where to put it because I couldn't remember where it started. The spacer just helps me categorize them.
Okay.
Anyway, next up is the Xenos. The Xenos, design-wise, S. I mean, is anyone going to disagree with the design-wise being S?
Nope.
I'm adding
I mean,
X
shit out of
pretty
it.
iconic.
clearly.
I don't
would
care
say
about.
the
I don't care about
X factor is
iconic.
Clearly S2.
Wait, what's up?
I would say the X factor is like clearly S2 because like he's got acid for blood. You have the whole life cycle being.
That's
like,
biology.
It's mostly biology.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
saying
mostly that's mostly biology. But no, it's
But still S.
it
still
has
S.
yeah,
It's
it,
like a-
very fascinating biology for sure. Fascinating, really great design. That's great. It's the unknown aspects that I think are kind of strange. We know they were created by another species, the engineers, and we don't really know how they operate when they get into large groups for the most part, because they're generally killed off relatively quickly once they get into.
We've
those
seen
large
that. We've
groups.
seen them in the comics
Yeah,
operate in very
aliens.
large groups.
Do we?
Well, they operate. Hold on. Don't
Yeah,
we
they
see
have
them?
they have
Don't we
entire
see them-
worlds in the comics.
Yes, but have we seen those worlds and how they operate? Just because they exist doesn't mean we've seen them.
Yeah, they literally just operate like a bunch of hives. They just become hives.
So like ants, basically.
Basically, yeah, they just
Yeah, similar. Like
hive up.
you brought up the red ones earlier. They came from a mutation at one point from like the actual normal ones, and it became
Yeah.
its own like separate hive of like
But they,
queens and
and
shit.
they hate
that-
each other.
yeah, they like had this whole rebellion against the black aliens.
I got you.
They are
So,
they're basically just ants.
well,
Culturally.
then I would say they take a hit when it comes to culture for sure.
Yeah,
if
their
they're
bi- I
literally
think their
just ants,
biology-
then there's not a lot. But the biology and the design does give them a bit of a high up. I don't know if I would go as far as to say A if there's nothing culturally interesting about them. But if it,
I would say
maybe very
They
very
function
low
a lot
A,
like ants.
maybe very low
So,
A or very high B, maybe one of those
think-
two.
I say
would
low.
say
They
Yeah,
have like a
sort of
small
weird.
hierarchy
Guys,
of
one at a
like
time.
royalty. Sorry,
No, go
Yeah.
ahead.
they have a
I'm
small
gonna go-
hierarchy of royalty.
They're
Yeah.
also
High B's,
semi-psychic.
I say.
What's up?
Yeah, they're very like ant-like.
That's what we just
They're
said.
also like
We just said that.
they're also like semi-psychic. They do-
How?
God, you know,
Queen
I'm not
mothers.
even sure. Just because
Ruga,
I'm
we
not
don't
even
Ruga,
sure
we,
the
we don't want to
comic-
spoil the show for you. You find out.
I finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
do you not,
God's help
They're
you.
not psychic.
do you not see that they build a psychic connection with
No, they
the
don't.
android?
No, they don't.
No, they communicate.
She's literally
over
feeling
ways,
their
and it's fucking
pain.
stupid.
No, she communicates with her voice. She mimics
I
their,
was-
their
She's like
speech.
feeling their pain, following them.
No, she doesn't.
No, her voice is literally a speaker,
Yeah, that's-
and she's communicating
She
through radio.
communicates
I know
via
that.
radio
I'm
waves.
no one's disagreeing with that.
When
When
I'm
she gets-
disagreeing
That's
that
not- that's not
she
telepathy.
doesn't feel their shit. That's what I'm disagreeing with. She doesn't feel them. That never happens in the
She
show.
literally, she in the show, she literally talks about how it's in pain.
That doesn't
she's
mean
following
she's
it.
feel. That doesn't mean she feels their pain. She's not even capable of feeling pain. Why are you saying that she's feeling their pain just because she's saying they're in pain? Being aware of something is not the same as like having.
But she's aware
that's a
of it when she
large.
can't even-
That is a large. That's a massive gap. Like if I
She
see
is
you locked in
aware
a
of it
cage,
because it told her.
sad,
Never mind.
and I'm like, oh man, he's in pain. It'd be like, wow, you have a psychic connection to Liam? No, I don't have a fucking psychic connection to Liam. I just know because I have a brain and I'm
No, it
capable
literally
of
just
seeing.
told them though.
Yeah, they're
Just
talking.
emotionally aware?
They're speaking
In
to
the
each
show,
other.
the alien was
Before they
basically saying,
speak,
"I'm in
No,
before
it's
pain."
they
not.
speak.
No, it's no, it's. I just watched it.
And
No, it's not.
screaming.
The line you're talking about was specifically after they started speaking. It's not.
She's-
It's a
when-
massive conclusion to come to, like a massive leap in logic to say that they're psychic. There's nothing psychic about the connection between the two. And even if they did, and even if they were communicating, that wouldn't be a psychic connection because she's a machine. That would be like technopathy or
brain.
some shit. That's not psychic anyway. So, but no, it's they're communicating via speech. She speaks to it, and it speaks to her. Now it has unbelievably good hearing, because she can make like the little click things, and it can hear her from like a mile away. Like it hears her from outside the facility when she's inside the facility. Like its hearing is unbelievable.
So I'm not sure if I would count it or not, actually, because like a lot of this sort of shit comes from like the books and the comics and sort of stuff, but like the very few people who like survive being impregnated tend to have like weird things happen to them, and like they associate it with trauma, but then like it very rapidly becomes clear it's like more than just trauma. There are like psychic signals being emanated from the alien.
Don't they
But
have
it's
like
so
a?
loose and vague. Like I think they want to keep the air of mystery, so they never explain it.
I don't think
I'm
there's
not
been
gonna
any
pretend to
evidence
explain
in
it
any. I don't know about comics, but I don't think there's been any evidence in movies or TV or anything.
No,
like
not
that,
in movies.
Not
Not in
that.
movies,
Not
no.
that there's a not only that there's not a psychic connection between the xenomorphs and people, but I don't see any evidence of a connection between xenomorphs and the queens. That there's anything psychic. I just haven't seen anything psychic.
Not in the movies.
They very clearly
Not in the
are
movies.
shown, even in Alien Earth, they're very clearly shown to communicate via those clicks.
Well,
And it's sound
in the
based.
game, I think it's 6 or 7 in AVP, the first person one, not the ones you played. They just like know where the queen is. Like they just know for no real reason.
Yeah,
I was gonna bring that up,
operate
but
the same way of, like,
the fact that you're saying
knowing radio.
they have hearing up to certain miles, that could just be the queen communicating to them.
That could, yeah.
No,
I
they've
guess.
made like completely soundproof areas and isolated.
That's what I was
queens and
thinking
things
too,
like
but
that.
Yeah, but it can
Like,
also be things like
it-
vibrations and stuff. We don't really know
Oh,
how it
can't
works.
they-
We don't really know
I
how it
don't,
works.
I don't want to say because they don't fully
I'm-
explain it.
I don't, in the game, I haven't played in a while, but I'm pretty sure it does quite literally command you like through like walls and shit and literally tell you what to do.
I mean,
The
I
unfortunate
might be
reality is that the more they lift the veil, the less mysterious to get.
Look, it doesn't
less
matter.
fun
It doesn't
they
matter.
are.
The fact that Alien Earth has an android communicating with it across those same distances and through walls and stuff means it can't possibly be a psychic thing, because you
Yeah.
can't have a psychic connection with a computer. It's not psychic. Whatever it is, it's not psychic. Whether you want to say that it's
Closer to
sound
Wi-Fi
based,
connection.
whether or not you want to say that it's sound based or it's vibrations through things or whatever, it's not psychic.
They have some unexplained communication factor. Is I guess the best
Yeah.
way I can put it. Like I don't want to say it's
Xenomorphs have Bluetooth.
something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I mean, at least
That's
they're
what
not
it is
putting their
today.
hair in the
So
trees.
where do you
called-
guys
it's called
think
Xenochief.
that xenomorphs should be?
A.
High B.
What?
A is high for
Yeah,
A
I'd
is
say
high
B or
for
A.
I think A is high for an alien race that doesn't have a culture.
They have a
That's not a
culture.
culture.
Maybe.
Being
It's not-
ants
it's
is
not-
not it's not something I would say is a particularly interesting culture.
There's a bit more to
it is a
than
little
that.
bit more expansive than ants. Like I said, the royal hierarchy of like there's a king, but like there's usually 2 kings at a time, and they don't really refer to them as kings. They're like
Spartans?
you guys. Shit.
Well, I know that there was
Does anyone know
there-
what I'm talking about here? Like the
Well, I
big,
know there
the
was
big
a-
ones with the.
I don't know about that, but I know there's a movie, and they actually wrote up I forgot which movie it was, but it was like a screenplay. They wrote it up. It was the original ending to one of the Alien movies was supposed to introduce an alien king, which was a flying xenomorph. It was a giant flying xenomorph, and they were saying that it was a xenomorph king, but they eventually scrapped the ending. I forgot which movie this was. It might have been 4. It might have been Resurrection. I don't remember.
There's
One of them they were
I
supposed
was-
to introduce.
That's why
was
it's why
I
the
was
one in
just
the
saying
comic isn't
ants
technically
to,
called
like,
the king. It's called something else. But
yeah. I was
They
saying
there's
ants
like
because
two of
it's
them all
simple.
the time, and they
Somebody
operate as like
mentions in
bodyguards.
chat. Somebody mentions in the Earth Wars comic they are very psychic.
And they do
in
also
chat.
have generals.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Just saying that they're psychic because I mean Liam just said they were psychic, but he didn't. But I don't think that that's evidence that they were psychic. You would have to have something that would actually show that they are psychic. And I think that even if you want to say in the Earth Wars, he's also saying to ignore Alien Earth, like the show, and just go with the comics. And probably the reason why he's saying that is because Alien Earth very clearly shows they're not psychic. So it contradicts him.
Isn't Alien Earth even considered canon?
Of course,
doesn't that take place?
Yes.
No, it's its own. It's a reboot.
It's not a reboot.
No, it's not a reboot.
It's not
Where
a
are you
reboot
getting
at
that
all.
from?
Yeah, where are you getting this reboot?
No, it's rebooting the Prometheus stuff.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Where are you getting that from?
They
It
match.
goes against the Prometheus stuff.
What does it go against?
The black goo and shit.
No, it doesn't.
Because
How?
the xenomorphs don't come from the black goo and from like what's his name? Arthur.
Xenomorphs never.
David? They don't. It doesn't come from David and
David.
Prometheus either.
He's the one who
Xenomorphs-
like bioengineers
There
them.
was
and
no-
all
there
that.
was-
But they
there was
existed. They
xenomorphs
existed
before.
David
before.
breeds them. No,
They
no,
existed
they exist
before.
before, but David breeds them into what makes the modern xenomorph.
Yeah, he takes them like he
But
says that
they
they were
exist
like the
before
raw
that.
form,
There was the
unable, you know.
protomorph. There was the protomorph.
Yeah.
There was the giant fucking squid thing that impregnates that one of the engineers. Like they exist before. They were built by the engineers.
There were many. Yeah,
Yeah,
there,
but the
there-
ones I'm talking about the xenomorph that we specifically see in the like
Yeah, they
Ridley
exist.
Scott movies.
That's
Yeah,
like saying
they-
that just because you see one
technically-
type of missile, that other types of missiles don't exist. Like, let's think about this logically.
No,
okay?
well, look,
it's
look,
a
look.
bioweapon.
It's
Okay,
we
There's
see
no
in
reason it would be-
listen, stop. We see in Prometheus before David even begins working on them. There are murals on the wall showing very clearly that there are ancient xenomorphs that have existed for a long time. We know xenomorphs have already existed. Now, is the xenomorph that's in Alien Earth the exact same as the xenomorph that David makes? Do we know? I mean, it doesn't clarify. But just because David created his own version of a xenomorph doesn't mean that xenomorphs that were similar to that couldn't exist before, because the movie straight up shows that they have existed for
That's
way
fair.
longer.
It's like if you the timelines of where like everything is like it. The way that I'm reading it, at least personally, I guess, is that it's not the same timeline. Like you have 3 timelines where it's the AVP universe starts like has the one where they're like hunted and shit. Then you have the Alien Earth timeline where they're just they're just something found on a random
There's
planet.
no reason
And then
Alien
you
To be
have
fair,
the
none of those
Vietnamese
timelines
you have the
necessarily
David timeline.
conflict. To be fair, none of those timelines necessarily conflict. I do think AVP goes pretty far, because like the idea is that humanity hasn't come across them until relatively recently.
I would say
so
the
the idea
AVP
that there was an
stuff and the
army
Vector
that was
stuff are
that was
pretty
on
different.
Earth is hard to believe, but it's not impossible. It could still work. It's unlikely though.
Especially if you take like Romulus into account, I really think the AVP time, like you would have to say that the AVP stuff and the Black Goo stuff is a different origin.
No, none of
story.
the
Like,
none
it
of
just
you
It
haven't-
doesn't
you haven't given the actual reason.
It's
What's your reason?
It's unlikely that they could exist in the same universe, but it's not. It doesn't automatically disprove each other. Like I understand what you're talking about. I understand what you're talking about in Romulus and Prometheus and stuff. It's very heavily implied that they're only coming across xenomorphs for the first time now. So it seems unlikely that they existed on
it's only
Earth.
implied.
Yeah,
Stated
it's only
outright.
implied. It's never directly stated. It is possible that xenomorphs were on Earth prior, and then the predators just kind of wiped them all out because they became, and then we just like lost the history of them. It's unlikely, but it's possible. It doesn't necessarily have to be.
It's just like
That
I
seems
said, the
really
way that I
complicated.
personally read it, because it's easier for me to break it up into those sub pieces. It just makes more sense, I guess. Whereas like if you start combining all of them together, there's a couple like weird little plot holes in certain areas that I just don't like.
I think
again,
we were actually talking about this
it's all my
exact same
personal shit.
We were actually talking about this exact same thing a little earlier, but the first like major plot hole where it's like, okay, you just broke everything, actually happens in Predator Killer of Killers, not in AVP or Prometheus. Killer of Killers, when they reveal
I mean, technically,
Dutch
the
and all
first
those
plot holes start with the second Alien movie. when they get into like the weird stuff of how the alien works.
Well, that's
honestly.
because. Well, I mean, that's not necessarily a plot hole. It's just kind of a. That's just kind of a.
Not plot hole, but like they change like
wasn't done well.
Changing it from a like a
Well, that's fine, but again, it doesn't
collapsed
stop
horror
the
movie
movies
to a
being. It
big
doesn't
action
stop
film
the.
did change a little
It
bit of how
doesn't
the
stop the
xenomorph
movies
worked.
being related.
No. I'm just saying like it does change. Like if you watch Alien and then Alien 2,
Yeah,
it
well,
does change.
that's a James. That's
the speed
James.
at which the xenomorph. You know,
that's well. I
gestates and
mean,
shit
did
like
you?
that. Like,
Well, I mean,
it's
did
just-
you see
it's
how
just
fucking
weird little
fast?
things
Did you
like
see
that,
how
but
fucking fast?
I
Well,
get what you guys are
again,
saying.
well, no, even that's not necessarily a thing because there's all we like. Look at how fast they fucking gestate in Romulus. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like the
seconds.
The time is always different.
Like,
in
it's
different
insane.
things.
Yeah,
that's why
so
I said
it's
if you
not-
start.
It's not necessary, but that's
timelines,
not necessarily a plot hole. But you can't say that Romulus is a different timeline than Alien and Aliens. So it's not. So you can't say that that's a different timeline problem. It's literally within the same timeline.
Yeah,
it still
I guess.
doesn't quite. It still has random fucking speeds. Like, and those speeds are completely different than Alien 3. Like every movie has a totally different speed. That can be something as simple as like different. Like maybe all face huggers aren't the same. Maybe there are biological differences between different types of face huggers and different types of xenomorphs. You know, like maybe a xenomorph that comes from, like, if a xenomorph was created through me and a xenomorph was created through you and we're both humans, maybe those xenomorphs will still come out with different features because different humans created them. Like, it could be something so simple that can explain that. That doesn't have to. You don't have to automatically jump to a plot
blood
hole.
type.
Yeah, it could be something very simple. Just little differences within the different.
I
Like,
get you.
maybe if I'm like a bigger, more aggressive dude, and you're more of like a passive dude, maybe that will make my xenomorph way more violent and dangerous. You know what made?
Actually, that is true. That's one thing I wanted to bring up is the xenomorphs do, depending on like who they attach to, there are different like I said, they have generals, and they do have they have like a military units where there are like
there's so
combat
many
and
different
scout
xenomorphs.
forms.
Yeah, like, I mean,
They
just
actually do
look at Alien versus Predator, right? The first Alien versus Predator. What made
if you
what
watch
made
Alien versus
Grid
Predator.
what made Grid so much stronger and more capable than all the other xenomorphs?
Do you remember the
survived the
lady in the
Predator.
room? There was a single soldier left in the room with the whole scientists.
Yeah.
If you remember, in AVP, there was just one soldier lady who was highly trained, and they focused on her a couple times.
Yeah, and that was the one that Grid
she
came
was,
out
taking
of.
over and stuff.
Well, no, I know
There's
I'm saying
only one xenomorph. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
I'm
they
saying
do
that's
have combat forms
yes, that's my point
and scout
though.
forms.
My point is you can't say. My point is, I guess it was arguing against you, but it might not be anymore. My point was that what the fuck was my point? Now you got me all mixed up because you interrupted what I was saying. Oh, it doesn't matter. Point is, like, it's not a plot hole that to say that the xenomorphs are different or that they gestate for different or whatever. It could be something as simple as the what I mean, shit, we've seen queens that are completely different sizes. You know, maybe the queen, the queen in Alien versus Predator is way bigger than the queen that we saw in, like, maybe they create different eggs that work different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they're totally different.
taking over so
These
many
are species.
things.
They even say in Romulus that the xenomorphs like evolve in very strange and unique ways individually. They'll evolve differently. So, like, obviously it's not really that weird if every single movie decides to have just its own kind of rules about how their xenomorph works, because it kind of fits with the race as a whole, which is an engineered, created race to evolve over time to acquire different
And kill everything.
Yeah. Like, even some movies, the acid will be stronger than in other movies. That could also very easily
that's
be
true.
just an evolutionary sort of thing within their species. Anyway, I think B is probably the best place for them because they do lack a culture.
I think A.
I was going
They
to
don't lack
say,
culture. I just explained it badly.
If you put it into A, we're gonna start getting to these races, and A and S is gonna get ridiculously big because there are certain species. There are certain species that I see that we're gonna get to that are way better than the xenomorphs.
That's fine. I want to put them in A and be fine with moving them down if it comes to that.
Well,
I think
how about
they
we
should
put them
be
in
A.
B and then we can move them up if they're better.
No, because I like seeing them in A.
Works for me.
So one thing
No,
I
it
want to
doesn't
add
work for me
about
though.
so one thing I want to add about the xenomorphs is the fact that they can survive in very hostile environments, very well, which is pretty cool.
You literally survive.
We all know that.
Yeah, but other aliens on this can't even do that.
So it's not, it doesn't matter. It's not a power thing. And if it was a power thing, let's be clear, xenomorphs would be really low. Because there's a lot of aliens here that would whoop the ass out of the xenomorph.
I mean, I just think that's me.
Yeah, I mean, that goes in the biology factor, which is super cool, but like that's still just like their biology factor. We already know that.
Yeah.
The two things which are carrying them are design and biology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to predators. Somebody else want to fucking pronounce it?
Yocha.
That's probably not. It's probably not right. It's probably
Let's have everyone pronounce it and see how many different ones we get.
That's the joke that I always make. Everyone always tries to correct me the way I pronounce it, but I'm like, none of y'all know because y'all are all giving it different pronunciations. I've heard Yaucha, I've heard Yocha, Yucha. I've heard so many different pronunciations. Yamcha.
The first one you said is the correct one. Let us say.
I don't think any of y'all fucking know because it's a bullshit made up word. But
we just go with Yamchas then.
I don't care. I call them predators.
I mean,
so
we're assuming that the Y is even pronounced like that, and it's not something like Ucha.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that it actually has a pronunciation in Badlands, which is the first official pronunciation, like voiced.
How dare they do that to us?
So we'll actually know, and I'm going to laugh my ass off if I hear it, and it's something totally fucking wild. And I'm like, you were all wrong. I was the only one who was like,
the entire time.
Yeah, because I was the only one who just.
We are the Steve.
Yeah. Anyway,
our
so
name is spelled weird.
All right, I don't know if this is going to be controversial or not. The Youch is better than the Xenos, like by considerably. I don't even think it's close. The design wise, they're just as impressive. Culturally, they're way more interesting, considerably more interesting culturally than the xenomorphs. The only thing that they're not better than, I suppose, would be biology. They're just kind of big dudes that look really cool, but I don't think biology upsets all of the interesting cultural aspects that we know about the predators as of right now and the way their society runs itself.
What about the X factor? What does that mean?
In place of the biology, it's really their aesthetic. They have multiple forms. They have the masks. They have the shoulder pad stuff.
That's true. There are different. There are different
design.
There are different Yamchas that evolve in different directions. So like we have like the glow in the dark fucking Yamchas that are like.
We have the feral Yamchas.
Yeah. There's slightly different facial features and the way their mandibles come. It's based on, and different clans have different sort of things. Yeah, there's stuff like this. I guess that would be kind of similar, like how humans have different races. You know, like black people, white people, Asians. You know, kind of situation. It's not like the Xenos where they literally evolve in different directions. It's just kind of racial differences and color differences. But no, they are cool. They're very interesting. I've been doing a lot of reading up on them this week. I've been making gay people read it for me, and one of the.
You admit to it.
No, I didn't. You didn't hear it. And then one of
you were covered.
I was covered. I covered my ass. Yeah, because I was in a room with a gay guy. No, the shit, guys, y'all keep fucking. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say.
Research.
A lot of people like to argue with me and say like how amazingly advanced they are, and I always say they're kind of dumb and they're not really this. They're not advanced at all.
What?
No, they're not. No, they're not.
In comparison to humans, they're very advanced.
No, they aren't. They are a primitive race. No, they're not. Would you let me fucking talk? They are a primitive race who steal all of their technology that they have. The history of the predators had them be enslaved by a more advanced race before they fought. They were a primitive warrior-like race who were enslaved by another race called the Amegis, which were like an insect race of beings. And they were enslaved for thousands of years, and then eventually there was an uprising. They killed their masters and stole their technology. And there are multiple places in the comics, video games, and other stuff where they literally say that the predators don't understand their own technology because it's not theirs. None of the technology they use is actually theirs. They salvage it from other species. What's up?
The interstellar ability they have is not from their.
It's not theirs.
You know,
they took it from other species. So like this is all. I know people aren't gonna like this. I actually love this because it explains why a species this advanced are still warrior like predator like hunting type because they're still stuck in primitive times. They evolved to be primitive creatures that were given technology that that they did not earn. They did not work towards that. If they had, they would have evolved and their society would have evolved to become more advanced, but it didn't. So they're an advanced species technically, but they still have the outlook of a more primitive species. It's kind of like the Krogan. How the Krogan are very warlike, and then because they were a primitive species that was given a bunch of weapons by more advanced species, and that was a bad idea because then they started using that to start warring and shit, and they didn't learn the lessons that the species needs to learn when it becomes more advanced. Kind of a similar situation with the predators. I found this really cool. Now there are some things where it's sort of like a little weird because like if you watch the movie Predators, there's actually a line in that movie where it says every time they come to fight and then we kill one of them, they leave and they come back more advanced and they come back with better weapons, better tactics, better this, and they're doing that, which some people could argue is contradicting the fact that their technology is stolen. I don't know how much it contradicts necessarily. It could just mean that they're salvagers and they're just kind of like trying to update. But like for instance, in Predator Hunting Grounds, there's literally multiple lines in Predator Hunting Grounds in the tapes where they straight up say that the predators just don't know how their own technology works. Like if their technology breaks down, they don't know how to fix it because it's not theirs. And that the predator, there's also statements that the predator civilization doesn't have scientists at all.
It could simply mean that they're going around and stealing from others and then coming back to show it off.
It could. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can explain it away. There are ways to explain it away. But what's up?
I remember in at least one book that I read back in the day that like they had a slave race that basically made all their stuff for them. So like it still goes in every single through line I've ever heard about the predators. They do not understand their own technology. So however you want to explain it,
yeah,
that seems to be the case every single time.
Well, I keep getting arguments in all of my video comments. So every time I talk about the Predator, and they always talk about, no, they're super advanced. They adapt technology so quick. And it's like everything that I've seen has said otherwise. Like everything I've seen, they've just stripped it.
Okay, so if I may, basically it sounds like the Predators they're basically just adventurers. They're going out there, they're going out there finding bosses to fight and getting gear that they just collect, and that's what they use.
Essentially, right? They salvage and they enslave people. That's essentially how they upgrade their technology. And like people down here saying, Big Chung, I'm seeing him say a bunch of stuff. They do adapt tech too. There was a pred that hunted cyborgs in the toy line that was adaption advanced tech from something machines he was hunting. And then he says down here, they have scientists, lol. I mean, they literally genetically modified themselves. How does that contradict anything we've said when we just said that they salvage technology, which is what you said in your first line, and we said that they enslave people to do their work for them, which could absolutely
but you
explain
said that they don't. You said that they don't have scientists.
I did. They don't.
Yes.
You can still have scientific progress.
You can have
even
scientific
if you're
progress
yourself.
if you're enslaving other races with you and forcing them to do shit. We've never seen. There's no evidence that they have scientists. We've never seen them do any science.
Yeah, and
there's evidence supporting that since all of their technology is adaptable by any other fucking race that grabs it.
That's also true.
Literally
humans have been able to adapt. They've been able to use their technology and adapt it to their own shit. Like, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, yes, we know. If you watch The Predator, we know that they're genetically enhancing predators and they're doing genetic tests on them, and we know that
they do it on like there's a little screen that the guy is like
motherfucker. And we know that they created like the Iron Man suit shit, but there's no evidence that the Predators have scientists that made it, and they didn't just get enslaved people that made it or salvage that technology from other people and utilize it. Like there's no evidence that they themselves created it. We've never seen a Predator scientist, and there are statements in both comics and video games that directly state they don't have scientists.
It also would make sense because that like. It's such a consistent cultural aspect to all of them, Bad Bloods, everybody, that like you do not let predator technology fall into the hands of like other races. And that would make sense if they ever did, and then like that other race that was intelligent started reverse engineering and making like the technology that's actually adaptable.
I mean, look at any
in multiple comics, we get their technology and then start fucking them up.
Yeah, but like just look at any example in any Predator media, whether it be comics, movies, or whatever, where we actually see something that belongs to the Predators, like the Predator hunting ground in Predators, or Predator killers when they actually go to one of the planets. It's always like tribes. It's like ancient temples with skulls, with like mountains of skulls, and there's no laboratories. There's nothing there. There's no like built up really advanced civilization or city anywhere. It's always ruins and villages and like
they did have a collection of people pods.
That's true. They did have, yeah. Well, that's true. That is true. But again,
that's pretty stolen. Yeah,
that is explained. That could be. Well, they also have spaceships, right? They also have the plasma casters. But if it's all stolen technology, that does explain it.
So somebody is saying in the chat that in Predator Badlands for a spoiler. So does
then don't say it. I haven't seen the movie yet. It's still in theaters. Okay. If it's still in theaters, I'm not spoiling it. I'm not going to go into it. Now, if I go and I see Predator Badlands and and it's contradicted, I'll bring it up in a future video. But as of right now, as far as what we know, but to be fair, Dan Trachtenberg does not give a fuck about canon when it comes to the Predators. Predator Killers, which was another movie he directed, completely shits on the pre-existing canon by when he puts Dutch and what's his name, Mike or something, the dude from Predator 2, he puts them in those cryopods. That goes against so much shit that we know to have happened to those characters in the canon. It's crazy. They should not be in cryopods. It doesn't line up at all with the existing lore that we have on those characters.
Wait, Dutch shows up from the fucking very first fucking Predator movie?
He's in a cryopod stuck on an alien world, stuck on one of the Predator's worlds.
They caught him after his...
It's in an after credit scene, but it doesn't make sense because we have his entire story after that. We have it in comics and we have it in Predator Hunting Grounds, and it explains everything that's happened to him, and he's not stuck in a fucking alien ship. He had his whole story was on Earth. So it's like,
that's one canon. There's also the mega crossover with Alien versus Predator versus Terminator. That's
different. That's different because that's purpose. Like there's also like I'm Alien versus Predator. I'm taking a little bit more seriously since like that's actually dipped into the main canon. But when you're talking about things like Predator fighting Iron Man, that's very clearly not canonical with the Predator stuff. So, and when you're adding things like Terminator and shit, no, that's not. You can't look at that as being canonical. Just every single crossover they have. But there are like legitimate, just straight up Predator comics that are just a part of the Predator story that are about Dutch and his future and all the stuff he goes through. And Predator Hunting Grounds takes those comics and then goes even farther with them and like explains way into Dutch's future, all the way into his 70s. And we have like all that story lined up in Predator Hunting Grounds, and it took it from the comics. And everyone was okay with knowing that was established canon for the character because it was a pretty decent story for him. And then Killers just totally shit on it. they were just
cloned
like,
him. That's the.
They didn't kill him. They just put him in a cryopod. They
said they cloned him.
I don't know. Maybe they cloned
him. I don't know.
Yeah,
that might be even worse. I don't even know what
they found tech.
I mean, I guess that would be an explanation. I guess that. Well, Dan Trachtenberg. I actually read something today. I got a gay dude read it for me. And he was saying that like the reason why he put Dutch and Mike in there is because he wanted people to know that these movies are still connected with those. They're not like a reboot or its own thing. But he didn't really dive all that into it. Just like he wanted people to know instantly, visually, that the movies are connected, but didn't go through the proper processes of actually seeing, like, trying not to step on the canon of it. He didn't care about canon. He just wanted people to know they were connected. But he thought
many other ways to do that.
There's a ton of ways without like confusing the fuck out of people, which is what he did. Which is why I'm a little scared that Predator Badlands isn't going to be as great. Because as of right now, he's made 2 movies. He made Prey, which I didn't like, and he made Killers, which I think is the worst Predator movie that we've had so far. Yes, I think Killers is worse than The Predator by a considerable amount. I think that movie's terrible.
Really?
Yeah, I think that movie's
wow.
I think that movie's terrible. And so I haven't liked either of his movies. People are saying Predator Badlands is good. I hope that's the case. But I really didn't like his last two, and like that's all I got. I can go off.
Predator was bad though.
The
I'm just
Predator.
going to go ahead and adopt the headcanon that whenever somebody does kill the Predator, they clone them and use them for training. And I'm going to go ahead and say that that's the.
It would be better. It would be better than shitting on the entire canon, by
Yeah.
saying that they're all in cryo and that everything that we know about those characters is not true and it's just basically a reboot. It would be better to say that there's one faction that's been like cloning old people, like great warriors. I mean, it's not that hard to believe that they stole cloning technology and they're using it. Like some of their great, because if we go by the canon, if we go by like that's Dutch, then Predator came down to Earth, got killed by Dutch, and then Dutch was kidnapped and put into a cryo chamber, which also I don't like what that does with the Predator like culture, because that means they're sore losers and like you winning they don't have respect or honor for you if you win.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, let's just
The
capture
problem-
him now. Like we're
The
just
problem
losing.
is
I don't like that.
That doesn't explain. So did they steal the gun off Mike too? Like, if that was true,
What do you mean?
what I got?
No, they
his
explained it in a
gun.
roundabout way, I think, in Killer of Killers.
The gun doesn't
but
show
I
up
haven't seen
in
it.
the gun doesn't show up in Killer of Killers, does it?
Isn't that the same gun he gets from Mike?
Oh, you're right.
Wait, are you
Flintlock.
in
You're
Killer
right.
Killers?
The guy in 1945 or whatever. We don't know what year that is.
What's her name from Prey gets it first?
Yeah, but we don't know what year
Then
that is.
she
We don't know what year that is because
gets
Naru
caught?
gets it in like the 1700s or whatever, and then the kid gets it. We don't know what year it is, but he's
That's
from the
true.
year 1945, so that could be 1940, 1980, whatever. We don't know what year that is that takes place, and then later Mike or whatever his name is could get it in 1997. So like we don't know what order it's in, but yeah, like if we look at Dutch on Earth in the Predator hunting grounds in the comic book lore, he literally like starts his own small corporation that specifically goes around hunting predators. And he goes on a predator hunting spree and he kills tons and tons and tons and tons of predators all around Earth every time they drop down on the planet. I could see someone like that being someone that they would be like, let's clone this dude so we could fuck with him here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could see them doing something like that. If I would prefer that to what the more likely scenario is, which is that the Predator is just like sore losers and they're kidnapping all of the victors and fucking forcing them to fight again. I don't know. I think that did so much harm to like the culture of the Predators of how they behave and this sort of honorable culture that they have, to just throw that all away and be like, win or lose, we're gonna keep coming after you until we eventually kill you.
It's not even that we're gonna. It's not even that we're gonna keep coming after you. It's what you're gonna kidnap you and make you fight.
Yeah, we're gonna like come
We're
after
not even gonna
you.
keep hunting
Interesting
you.
cameo,
If I may.
but it is not done well.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I may.
Yeah.
I actually like the idea of like watching Predators again. I like the idea that the backstory for every single one of those people dropped off on the planet is that they killed a predator, and that this is a clone of that person that was then dropped off on that planet.
You're talking about Predators?
Predators, yes.
Yeah, like they're
Well,
not
but
the
they do-
actual.
I'm just
Well,
giving an idea.
that's not true. We know that's not true because Isabel in the canon makes it back to Earth.
Okay.
She makes it back to Earth in 2025, and once she gets there, she actually joins the I'm forgetting the group, but the group that was in Predator 2.
Something.
The like
right?
anti-alien killing group. She joins it.
But that doesn't mean she's not a clone.
It does mean she's not a clone. That's very clearly that she's not a clone because
I don't want to.
What's up?
So the better version is that there's cloneception and everyone's possibly a clone.
Yeah,
that gets
Lord.
even goofier.
Yeah, I mean,
that's stupid.
They
too.
very clearly say that she gets a ship, she makes it back to Earth, and she gets recruited, and she wants to like go back to her home and stuff. They're like, hey, we're gonna offer you a job at this international alien don't fuck with us alien corporation. You want to like join us? And she ends up agreeing, and she joins them, and her whole job becomes like dealing with the predator threat on the planet. There's no talk of her not being able to like return home because there's a second copy of her somewhere. Like that's not That's not a thing.
Well,
I mean, unless she's dead.
but-
then you're adding so much extra bullshit on top that the series just doesn't.
Well,
I
just
know,
throwing it
I-
out
I
there.
know, but
it's
I'm just-
not that.
I'm willing to
it's
tie
not
myself
that
in the knots for this to make this particular idea work.
It's
'cause
not
I actually
necessary.
like
It's
it.
not necessary. I think it's fine. It's okay if you have one clan that's cloning people, and that's what the whole Naru whatever Dutch thing was. That's okay, fine. But I don't want this large thing where all the predators are fucking cloning a bunch of people, and now every character's got a clone version of themselves. That's so convoluted and dumb. No. Honestly, they're probably not clones. Just to be clear, like just even like Dutch and
Fingers
them,
crossed.
it was just they just fucked up the time. They just fucked up the continuity.
That's the thing.
But the clone would
The
be
dude does not give a shit.
better. I would give a shit. I would prefer.
No, I
them
mean
not
like
do
the
that.
director.
Oh,
The
yeah, no,
director.
no,
He doesn't
yeah.
give a shit. Like
He
that's very clear.
He doesn't care. No.
They're both hard pills to swallow.
Where was it stated they're cloning people? It was never stated they're cloning people.
No,
That's
no,
what
it's-
we're
no,
never.
no,
No one
that's
said
something
that
like
it's stated they're
idea.
cloning people. It's saying that that's one possible alternative, as opposed to the continuity just being permanently fucked because now nothing makes sense. Because
This is a fan theory.
There's no
basically.
way that Dutch could
Yeah,
possibly
that's-
be in
that-
there,
that-
and all of the
that
other
would be
canon
me.
we know be factual. Like he fucked with the canon so hard by putting Dutch in that thing. It doesn't make sense. The timeline doesn't even make sense anymore, and them being a clone would be an instant solve for the problem. It also fucks up the culture of the predators and how the predators behave to the victors of people who overcome them. It used to be that they gained respect, and they would even oftentimes blood the people who killed predators. But now they're like sore losers who's kidnapping them and forcing them to fight in arenas for their own enjoyment. And it's like all the honor aspects of the predator that made them interesting is completely gone with Dan's version. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I like the clone idea better.
The one
I
nice
think
thing
you
about the Predators is that, like, as you said, there are different clans. So just because one group is doing something, it's not like we take it as a monolith and say they're all doing this. Like, it could be just a group of bad bloods.
Yeah.
And we don't even know what they're doing proper, so.
Yeah. We don't know what all the different clans and all the different, like, bad bloods and everything else. There's so much room to explore.
Yeah, but the problem with that is if you take the clone thing off the table and you just assume that they're bad bloods, the predator that Dutch fought very clearly was not a bad blood. So does that mean that after a non-bad blood was defeated by Dutch, a bunch of totally separate factions of bad bloods showed up, like stole their records and knew who Dutch was, then went down to kidnap him, that weren't in any way connected to the predator? They just, again, you have to make such massive leaps in logic to figure it out. And honestly, cloning just solves everything. It just solves all of the problems. I'm more and more so jumping on the idea that I hope it's clones more than anything else.
I think I think it makes more sense that it's clones, and that when that woman made it back to Earth, like, let's take it at face value. Her job was dangerous. It's very possible she died in some war zone somewhere.
No, why are
and that
you?
her
You keep
clones
bring
were
up predators.
forward.
No, she wasn't even in one of the fucking. She wasn't in. Hey, you're going to a totally different time period and place and
I like
and
where you're
clan.
going.
Like, not everyone is fucking clones. We're only talking about the 3 that show up in Killer of Killers. That's the only thing we're talking about. Now, you can't like just suddenly be like, well, now everyone's a clone. Fuck it, right?
No.
Ellen Ripley was also cloned by the Predators because let's just add to it. Why not?
we cloned her at some point.
She was cloned.
The cloning technology, the cloning technology that the Predators have was stolen by the humans in the Alien franchise.
There you go. What if we get them?
That's the fucking connection. That's the connection right there. Well, the thing I think is kind of funny with people talking about like the cryo and all this kind of stuff, and like humans have cryo in the Alien franchise, so it's not that hard to believe that there's other alien species out there that have more advanced versions of cryo that the Predator was able to like steal from people. It's like anyway, we've been talking about Predator for a long time. We're not talking about anything about where he is on the list. I think Predator
A or B.
I think Predator is easily above the Xenos, easily.
One spot above, I think.
I would say A.
Yeah.
I
There's a lot of stuff that
I can go with low
B.
A. I could be okay with low A. Again, we'll see when we get to more people, but I see at least 2 or 3 on here that will probably beat them out.
I think they just.
Yeah.
I think they do things differently, but I think the Predator's more overall interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one thing I find kind of funny, one thing not funny, but one thing I find interesting is Aliens is a like a pregnancy horror, like a body horror pregnancy sort of thing. It plays on the fears of women of rape and pregnancies gone wrong. It's literally a female fear that it goes after. Whereas the Predator is a totally.
Didn't they have like? Oh yeah, they have that one scene like Alien vs Predator, the whole pregnant women with the whole alien.
In every Alien movie,
Every
literally
movie.
every Alien.
Every single thing with
AVP2, multiple ladies.
Yeah, it plays off the Alien franchise plays off the fear of childbirth and the fear of pregnancy and the fear of being raped. Those are the fears that the Alien franchise. The main character is a female for a reason. Like it's playing on female fears. When you go over to Predator is about a bunch of big, beefy, awesome, fucking badass dudes who all that strength means absolutely nothing in the face of the Predator just being better, more advanced, better than you in every single way. It's playing off of not necessarily male fears, but it's more so aimed towards men and the idea that all your fucking strength doesn't matter. It's not gonna do shit. You're gonna get killed. So I just think it's funny that Aliens. Yeah, I just think it's funny that Aliens is very clearly
purposefully.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just think it's funny that or interesting that Alien is a franchise built on female fears and Predator is a franchise built on male fears, and then they just smash them together. And I just think it's interesting. I actually think it would be interesting to see a poll of if you would poll dudes and women and see like. Are women more likely to align with Predator or Aliens, and with men are more likely to align with Predator or Aliens? And I think more men would choose Aliens. More men would choose Predator, and more women would choose Aliens. Just a theory. I've never actually done it. I think that would be an interesting study to do because I do think that they both are very, very specifically.
Was that just a theory?
Yeah,
Here's
a game theory.
Honestly,
counter.
I don't know what that is. What?
Here's
A
my
game
light
theory?
counter to that.
I don't know what you're referencing. What's up?
I think that personally, just me personally, I am far more terrified of the pregnancy aspect, just because, like, as a dude,
Because he doesn't want to get pregnant.
I'm not supposed. No, but like it goes on the fear of.
You
like,
want to get pregnant,
gone wrong.
Debbie?
Dear God, fucking shut the goddamn hell up about that. All right. No, like the idea of becoming pregnant at all as a guy is terrifying to me. The idea of a alien fucked up kind of pregnancy.
You're not scared of it, Ruga?
No. Am I scared of getting pregnant?
Terrifying.
No, I'm not scared of getting pregnant.
I mean, Ruga's a
Dude,
guy.
I'm
Maybe
a
it's
guy.
he's not a
Guys
female.
don't get scared of getting
natural.
pregnant. I feel like that's like a gay dude thing. That's not like a.
No, like the idea of a weird alien pregnancy. Nah. Mm-mm.
I don't
I'd
know.
rather get-
I don't know. It's just, if I have to talk about possible fears, being skinned and having my spine ripped out is probably higher up on the totem pole there than getting pregnant.
I have like a fear of getting
Wait, are you not
pregnant.
afraid of well, you're not afraid of the
Dead.
chest tester though?
No,
first of all-
don't let
first
someone
of all-
fuck you. It's not that hard.
What?
First of all-
That's easier said than done. It's
No, I'm a
alien.
Depends
dude.
what country you live in.
Yeah.
But don't they do that? Well, they do that to. Well, no, they do that to the guy in the movie.
Huh?
Nothing scarier
also,
than the
they
first
do
time you
kill you.
see the Predator face for real.
Yeah, right.
It was sick.
Yeah.
I don't
The
know.
way
I
it
just-
takes the way
I
it
just
takes off its
like
mask.
look if we want
I
to
love the way they take off that mask.
look if we're gonna I don't know
amazing.
if we're gonna talk about it like more real in more realistic terms. Am I more terrified of a bunch of dudes like raping me or getting my spine ripped out, brutalized, or skinned? No, I think I would take the butt. I actually think I would probably get over the ass raping like minutes after it happens. I don't
Yeah, but-
Just another Tuesday, huh?
I don't see myself getting I don't see myself. I'm
Well,
not
they
gonna go
don't-
into my past, but similar things have happened. it doesn't. It's whatever. You look. You
Yeah,
get
but-
up.
but- yeah,
You
but you would, like,
do that.
die.
you put your
Yeah,
asshole
but you would,
shit
like,
back
die.
up there. You go throw up real quick. You continue on with your day. No, that's what I'm saying though. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about how it affects guys as opposed to how it affects women. That's what I'm saying. I think Aliens is more attuned to women because I think guys, it's not as big of a deal. I'm not saying it's not a big deal, but it's not as big of a deal to a guy to get raped. It's not up in his level of fear in the same way that being, fucking skinned alive would be. Like they're just two
Because
totally
the
different
implications
Hold
are
on, they
much
don't
more
skin you
far-reaching
alive.
for ladies.
You
What's
keep
up?
saying they skin you alive. They don't skin you alive. They kill you and then they skin you after.
No, they sometimes skin you alive. It's happened before. But
I mean, like, if you're
but either way,
physically dishonorable or
either way,
something.
ripping your fucking spine out. I don't want my spine ripped out. Do you want your
That'll
spine
suck.
ripped out?
Yeah,
I'd rather
but-
not.
but
Again,
usually
that's
basically
post-mortem.
Big old.
death.
No, that's not post-mortem. That's not post-mortem. That is oftentimes not post-mortem. I can give several examples in the movies where that's not post-mortem. They rip people's spines
but I'm-
out while they're alive.
Yeah, but I'm
They're
going
alive.
to yes, I understand that, but you're gonna die basically instantaneously if you rip your spine out.
Yeah, but if I'm raped, I'm
Fair.
not dead.
That's not true.
No,
That's
if
not
by
true.
by
There's
the
a difference
by the
between
chest
death
bursts
and brain
and
death.
by the
I mean,
I thought you die by the chest burst.
No,
You do
no,
die.
no.
the whole, like,
So-
childbirth
Oh, next on the
aspect is-
list.
We're not talking.
There
Look,
was a-
we're
there
not
was a-
talking about which one is more horrible to happen to you. We're talking about which one plays on the fundamental fears of men and women, and men are not scared of rape or childbirth. That's a woman fear. It's not. I understand that it would suck to have a fucking alien placed in your body and then it burst out your chest, and that would be a shitty way to go. My point is that's not a fundamental fear of dudes. It doesn't hit on something primal within them like it does for women. Being overpowered by stronger, more competent men is a far bigger fear for a man than being raped is. That's my point.
Yeah, it's not primal. Yeah, it's not primal. It's more of like a very intellectualized kind of thing.
Like
You gotta-
like when dudes get raped in prison all the time, and they live their entire lives in full fucking lifelong shit. Life sentences. They live out life sentences in prison, being raped constantly, and it just becomes another part of their day to day. And then when they get out of prison, they're not like psychologically like, oh my god. And then you have women who were raped once, like when they were children or when they were younger, and like it fucks them up for the rest of their life. And I'm not saying that men don't get mentally messed up, but it's not a fundamental fear of men. It's something that they can get over.
Yeah, it's like this. If you're going down the road, if you're a man, if you see like a group of people coming to you, you're feeling like, ah, God, they're gonna beat the shit out of me, not they're gonna rape me.
Depends what country you live in, but sure.
It's that reminds me of the Shane Gillis joke with the gay Vikings, where it's
Yeah.
like gay Vikings, way worse. That's way worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think low A works fine. Like I said, I'm not saying that it doesn't suck to be killed by a xenomorph. It does. I'm not saying that that's not the case. I'm just saying that it doesn't. It's not. It's the metaphorically, it's not a fear that men have but they're both play on metaphorical fears. That they take metaphorical fears and they turn them literal. And the metaphorical fear of rape and childbirth is a woman fear, not a man fear.
They're both high level fears.
Yeah.
All right.
They both speak to the primal.
Yeah. So next up we have the Tau. I can't speak on this at all. Who knows anything about the Tau?
The fuck are a towel again?
That's from
Did everyone who knows the Tau leave?
40K.
Okay, who knows the Tau?
So
I know some.
No, who knows a lot?
Nope.
Nobody.
I don't know, so I don't know why you're hovering over my picture.
I'm not yours. I mean, that's just where my mouse is. It's not.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Well, then we gotta fucking move on. I'm not gonna waste time going over some shit we don't. We'll put it back later. Spartan was the one who added it, and then somebody else agreed with him, and those were the two who were supposed to talk about it, and they didn't stay. So
classic.
They're the ones I know the most of about 40K, but that is not
Somebody
much.
at Tau or a Spartan.
Spartan's not here. So wait, what was next? Yeah. What is this? Oh, this is you, Liam. This is you, Liam. This is the fucking trash can people.
I don't know anything about. No, I'm joking.
I know
That'd
about
be wild
the
if I
Daleks.
didn't know anything. But well, I'm British, so I get fucking priority over you, bitch.
Of course.
British. Well,
it's Doctor Who. He gets priority for being British.
Yeah.
Speak of your national pastime, please.
Yeah, so the Daleks are an alien species, shockingly, and they were created by a guy called Davros, who mutated his kinsmen into basically giant-brained beings, and their bodies turned shriveled up, and I can't remember the word for it, but they shriveled up and wasted. Their muscle wasted away to the point where they couldn't operate
Atrophied.
or do any atrophy. They atrophied. So the reason they're in metal tins is because they cannot physically do anything. They are just brains with a wasted body. And they are all about purity. They actually killed Davros for not being like them. Because they were not pure Dalek like them. So for a while, they treated him like shit, and he was basically their bitch. And then they said, you know what? Fuck you. You're not a fucking brain like us. They've done it to half-humans. They love genetic engineering. They had a half-human, half-Dalek, which they just murdered for not being a Dalek.
As you do.
They don't have... The hierarchy is based on just, like, basic one... It's normally just one leader, or be small groups leading the entire faction. They have the Cult of Skaro, who is one of them. And that's most of it.
They are color-coded in that hierarchy, right?
Depends on the versions. Sometimes it's changed. Sometimes they're color-coded, sometimes it's just, you know, I'm the big brain, you're the small brain.
Gotcha.
I thought it was Galaxy Supreme or whatever.
So what you
Isn't that
basically
something?
what you seem to describe
It's
to me
changed.
was like a bunch of dudes in wheelchairs who are fucking up dudes because
It
they're
is
also not in
high-tech
wheelchairs, and they're like, why
They
aren't
are
you in wheelchairs?
yeah, their technology is, they have time travel, obviously it's Doctor Who. And they're meant to be technologically equal to the Time Lords.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be honest. Based on your description, they seem boring, but that could just be because you're boring. I'm not sure. Where would you put?
Fuck you.
Where would you put these? I mean, I was not entertained by your description, sir. What? Where?
They're not that.
Where would you put?
I think they're some of the least entertaining Doctor Who villains.
Then why did you fucking put them
like,
on here?
Because they were the only ones I could explain well enough.
Damn. Fake
I'm gonna be
fan.
completely honest with
Fake
you.
fan of
Every time
Doctor
I've
Who.
seen-
Fake.
Well, I
Brit.
could talk. I could have talked about the others, but I haven't watched it long enough. And they wouldn't be species. It would be like the Cybermen.
Got you. So
They're
where
not
would you
species.
put these boring ass fucking trash can people with who are
C.
crippled? Damn.
C.
Above or below the hut?
Above.
Above. I think they're more
Yeah.
interesting in the heart.
They're more
They
interesting.
are more interesting than the Hut. Even I know
They just
enough
don't-
about them.
They have some cool parts about
Every
them,
time
but
I've
they've
seen them-
my issue with them is they've changed completely so much that I kind of lost interest. There's too much changing because
Got you.
of time bullshit, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly bullshit.
Retconning, bad writing. I get it. I get you.
It's not retconning. It's literally the
It's
time,
literally
like
stuff
time.
in lore.
They're doing it to themselves. Yeah, they are doing it to themselves. Their whole goal is to conquer the universe, and they will continuously go back in time and change time to try to achieve that goal.
They're like fixing themselves, finger quotes.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like, oh, we fucked up. Less time, like change time.
All right, next up we have the Krogan. I don't know if anyone knows anything about the Krogan, but I would have a hard time not putting them in S. I think
Yeah,
in
I
terms
agree.
of anyone
Hard
on
agree.
here, they have the most information that we know the most about them. They have thousands upon thousands of years of history that's very interesting. Their biology is interesting. Their designs are awesome. Their tech is cool. Their interaction and how they interact with the other species in the Mass Effect universe is fascinating. The genophage is a really unique, very interesting aspect of their culture that has shifted their culture in a violent direction that it has becomes a very large plot point in the games as a whole. Overall, Krogans are top tier fucking aliens. Yeah, they're great.
Hard agree.
Is there no disagreements? If so, I'll put it now. So if everyone agrees that they're S, above or below the Borg?
Below.
Above, but I don't know enough about the Borg to judge.
I would say
I
below.
personally would put them above the Borg.
I would personally put them above as
basically
well.
just because they have
They are
they
not very
have
cool
more
to
of a
me. I put them
culture. They
above
have
board.
Wait, guys, one at a time. If Viking's talking, wait till he's done and then speak. Go ahead, Viking.
I personally would put the Krogan above the Borg, basically just because they have more of a culture than the Borg do. They, like you said, the thing with the genophage, like it's amazing how much BioWare back in the day was able to get us to feel for these big hulking reptile people. And yes, I know they're supposed to be somebody said that they're supposed to be bat-like or something. I don't see that, but
they're scaly bats, man. That's totally normal. I actually think that's one of the big issues with Mass Effect is that how they changed. Like originally in Mass Effect, the genophage in Mass Effect 1, the genophage very clearly was for a reason. Like there was no getting around the fact the Krogans were fucking dangerous and they were breeding at rates that could not be contained within the galaxy as a whole. And then so the genophage was necessary, and it sucks what that did to their species, but I mean, they were warring with everyone, and they were spreading at insane rates and covering the galaxy, and they were going to wipe out everyone. It made sense. And then out of fucking nowhere in Mass Effect 2 and 3, they started like doing this idea where like, oh, the genophage was actually wrong. And then by 3, the game just straight up tells you, like, if you don't cure the genophage, you're the bad guy. Like, it was just a straight up evil that was done to them and their victims. And it's like, did you just forget all the shit that the Krogan were doing beforehand to why the genophage was necessary?
The whole universe,
yes. And it was like, the games just forgot about that to have this, like, clear good evil decision, which made no sense prior. Like, in Mass Effect 1, the genophage was a necessary thing that sucked, but it was necessary and needed to happen. By Mass Effect 3, it was just a straight up evil. When you cure it in Mass Effect 3, which you kind of need to do if you want to get a really good ending, because having a full powered Krogan army is really useful for going up against the bad guys, but going against the Reapers. But when you cure it, the game gives no explanation to how the fuck you're going to deal with it now. Like now that it's cured, they're still warlike. They're still going to spread across the galaxy at alarming rates. You didn't fix the issue. You just essentially forgot that was an issue prior to Mass Effect 1. The games do that a lot, where in the first game, everybody's racist in the first game. If you play the first game is literally about racism. That's like the whole game's about. All the factions are racist, and they all have legitimate reasons for hating each other. And then by the third game, it's like, no, we're all racist. Well, actually, most of us aren't racist. We're all just kind of misunderstood. And if you have an issue with other people, it's because you're wrong. It's not like they took all the nuance out of the conversation of Mass Effect 1 that was super interesting to have a far more bland and boring straight up story about all of us coming together and the power of friendship to overcome the great evil Reapers. And it sucked. It's one of my least favorite things about the series of Mass Effect is that
Rouga,
they fucked up the story.
So the only thing I know about these dudes is that bloated number you gave in one of your videos where they would again overpopulate to a degree.
Insane.
What are the implications beyond that? Like, can they stop themselves from doing that?
Well, so they evolved to populate at insanely fast speeds because they're on a planet where the Krogans are super powerful and super crazy when they're going up against any species, like intelligent species. But on their planet, they're nothing. The Thresher Maws come from Tachanka. Like, all of the creatures on Tachanka are like kaiju level beings, and the Krogan were these small prey to the bigger ant. They were dying at alarming rates, so they evolved to have tons and tons and tons and tons of babies, so that their species didn't die. It was a part of their evolution. We needed something to fight against the Rachni, so the Asari showed up and was like, let's give these Krogan space weapons and space flight, and they can help us fight against the Rachni because they're strong enough to do it. And then they do it, but that didn't change their billions of years of evolution of their insane population, their insane reproductive ability, or their need and biological desire for war and murder, because that's what they had to do on their own planet to survive. That was the issue. Asari caused this problem because they essentially wanted to use the Krogan to defeat the Rachni, and then expected the Krogan to just start behaving like them, which they were never going to do because that's not what they evolved to do. But now that they have space weapons, they're no longer the prey on their planet. So they started to overpopulate their planet, and now they have space travel. So they started traveling to different planets, and then those planets were getting overpopulated. Like the sheer number that they could spread is absolutely fucking insane. And if it wasn't for the genophage, they would have completely taken over the entire. The genophage made it so that 1 out of 1,000 births, you get one viable living Krogan. Every Krogan had that when they have babies, they lay 1,000 eggs, and these eggs hatch. I forgot what the time period was. It was a very, very quick time period. Over the course of like 5 years, one Krogan can lay like thousands upon that. It was more than one. It was more than one lay a year. I don't remember the exact time, but it was like 10. They can lay like 10,000 Krogan in 5 years or some shit. And a Krogan hits maturity level much faster than a human does, so they can have babies quicker. So you basically had essentially, since it's 1,000 for every lay, 1,000. That's what's that, like a million? Basically, 1 in every million eggs, Krogan eggs, was going to survive. That's what the genophage did to them.
Oof.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. But like if you.
But it wasn't based off xenophobia though. It was based off survival.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, generally,
change that, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's kind of that was the brilliance of the nuance with Mass Effect, right? Like, do you have straight up people who just are xenophobic or racist just because? Yes, but oftentimes things like racism and xenophobia come from something. It's not just because some person's skin color is different than mine, or some person is from behind a different border than me. There's usually something involving, right? Liam is very clearly racist against Middle Eastern people. Why is he racist against Middle Eastern people? He's racist against Middle Eastern people because he's seeing what's happening to his country right now in England. He's seeing the spread of Muslims. He's seeing what his government is doing with those people. Is it justified that he's racist against the Muslim people in the Middle East? Probably not. Is there a reason for it? Is there a reason for it? Yes.
Hell yeah, it's justified.
There's a reason for it, and I think that it's extremely ignorant. And it's ignorant, and it doesn't help anybody to just pretend like all racism is a net evil and that there aren't reasons. You need to figure out the reasons as to why people hate each other so that you can solve the fucking problem. And just saying a person is racist and that's that, it's so fucking stupid. It is so unbelievable.
Everyone has biases.
Everyone has biases, and
prejudices.
Generally speaking, those prejudices come from a reason. Now, are there situations where it's like your parents were racist and your parents' parents were racist and you're just kind of racist now too because it just what it is? Yeah, that 100%. Happens. That happens. But the greater idea of that racism usually comes from somewhere, and people don't like having these conversations. Mass Effect 1 had this conversation, and it was interesting. And Mass Effect 2 and 3 completely eliminated it, and it got into way more like whoever's the fucking mouth breather in their mic, please stop. it's like right in my ear, like I was like, the fuck are you doing?
If I may,
I don't know who it is, but yeah, go ahead. What were you saying? What do you want to say?
Well, for me, bigotry or hating people based on biology, whatever you want to call it, racism, it is a biological response. Like in the formative years of our species, if you saw someone significantly different from you, they were almost certainly there to kill you and take all your stuff. Either that or you were there to kill them and take all their stuff. And I
think it's an oversimplification. I think it's a massive oversimplification.
It is certainly a simplification, and here's the thing. I am saying that there's yes, there is also, in terms of just history and culture, there's things that people have done because of that. But when it comes to interaction between individuals, and Mass Effect does also show this, it shows how Rex in particular, he is a Krogan, but he's also an individual. And it shows that he's also willing to work with these other species, even these ones that he hates, even these ones that, as a species, he hates them, but as an individual, he's willing to protect Garrus. He's willing to he would probably be willing to protect Morden. He has protected Morden too. And yes, it is a biological inclination. It's also a historical inclination, but individuals, it is still good for individuals to make the choice to be fair to other individuals.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. Like I said, the Mass Effect 1 had a nuanced way of looking at it. Like, it is what it is. But I think you're oversimplifying it when you say that it's or not just, but you're saying that it's a biological thing. Like, when a white guy crosses the street when he says a group of black people down the street, that's not due to biology. When a black person has a distrust for white people because of, the history behind white people, and he just generally doesn't like, that's not biological. There's reasons that people,
when a woman crosses the street because it's Middle Eastern men on the same road as her. Not biological.
It honestly does sound like they do have an interesting story in the Mass Effect thing. Now, whether, because you guys are set on putting them on S, I'm not sure if it is better than the arc of the Borg. I am biased. I've only seen the Star Trek, but I haven't played the Mass Effects. With the arcs they've had with Picard and further down the series, even the earlier one, the Borg are also an interesting subject, but that line of thinking is more expanded upon, and especially in the video game where you have choices. So I don't know, but it sounds like maybe up top, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we already decided it's the lead of S. Yeah, I think Krogan is probably gonna end up being the best one on this list. To be honest, we'll see, but I'm struggling to see another one that's better. I don't know if we get someone who could talk about the Tau, maybe the Tau. I don't think we're gonna make it to the Tau, to be honest with you, though, because this is not a particularly active.
The Tau are in trouble.
This is not a particularly active.
Let's be perfectly honest here.
Thing, but we'll see. What's up?
Well, let's be honest here. Like, if the Tau are a Warhammer species, even if we had someone here, like they would be saying something that nobody else would agree with, and nobody else who knows what the Tau are like would agree with, because it's Warhammer and it's labyrinthine, and there's very little of it that's actually set in stone. Like, anytime I hear Warhammer fans talking about anything, they all vehemently disagree with each other. So really, I guess we could just put the Tau anywhere you want, because if somebody's going to agree with it.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, you gotta get somebody. I mean, you can't say that we can't do the Tau ever, because different people who like the Tau will say different things about it. You gotta. I mean, that's not a reason not to talk about it. It's just we have to get somebody who knows that. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna make it to them, because this is an extremely slow stream, and there's like not a whole lot of engagement and shit. So I'll probably end it early, maybe after like an hour or so. I don't know. We'll see. If there's like no more super chats and no more engagement in the next hour, I'll end it. But for now, let's move on to the Furons. They're not going to be very high. There isn't a whole lot going on with the Furons.
The Furons are great.
I'd say C tops.
Crypto
No,
Spiridium is great. I wouldn't say that necessarily the Furons are great. In terms of design, they're literally designed to be the most generic alien design possible. They're just like the
but that's on purpose.
But on purpose. Yeah, but on purpose doesn't mean that's not.
But
the
it's
case.
still what's accomplished.
It doesn't matter what's on purpose or not. They are designed uninteresting. Their history is very basic. All we know about them is a war that took place. Their technology is also very, very basic.
What? No.
Yes, it is. Technology is very basic.
No.
Yes.
No, what do you mean by very basic? That's not very basic.
They have flying saucers. Their flying saucers look exactly like the flying saucers that you would assume you would look like. They're the generic looking flying saucers. They have the tractor beams that you would assume the tractor beams that they have. They have the space lasers that are designed. What about all the dope ass guns?
They have guns which do insane shit.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
I will say this. I will say that my favorite thing about the Furons is their weaponry. Their weaponry seems to actually be, and this is because of the game, obviously, but it seems like culturally they built their weapons around making them fun to use. And I do think that does speak a little bit about their culture. and that would also basically be the most interesting thing about their culture, unfortunately.
Honestly,
I mean,
I just thought of it, but the Lombax probably would have been a superior alien race to use. They're from Ratchet and Clank. What Ratchet is.
Oh.
He's got better guns. His technology is more interesting, and his history is more explored. The Furon's history isn't explored. We don't know anything about their culture, how they are. We just know that they're violent, they're warlike. We know they're sex fiends. I guess that's kind of something different.
The biologically speaking, they have a shit ton of like psychic powers and things.
Yeah, which is what the stereotypical little gray man alien has, generally speaking. Yeah, that's normal. They're the stereotypical 1950s aliens.
Wait, that's normal, really?
Yeah, it's very normal. Yeah, they're the stereotypical 1950s aliens of what we believe 1950s aliens what we believe aliens would look like in the 1950s. They're literally an exact replication of that. The thing that's interesting about them is Cryptosporidian specifically because he's funny and he says interesting things. But as an actual race, they're very uninteresting and they're, as you even said, purposely designed to be generic. But what you end up doing when you purposely design an alien race to be generic is you come up with a generic alien race. So there isn't a whole lot I could say about them. I would actually say we probably have our first D here.
No, I think at least B.
Why would you
put them in C?
Why would they be above the Huts?
I'd say B's.
They're just way more. No, at least.
How are they more interesting than the Huts?
Because the Huts are boring. The Huts are.
So are the Furons.
What are the cultural Huts? At least the Furons. Well, the Furons at least do shit that I'm like, oh, that's neat. They do war and they have things that they do that I give a shit about. I don't give a shit about
Huts also do war.
Yeah, but the Huts are like mobsters.
What are the Furons? What are the Furons?
Yeah, I think space monsters are kind of interesting.
What are Furons? What can you say about Furons? They war.
That
So do the Huts.
That they're warmongering.
So do the
They're
Huts.
warmongering.
So do the Huts. And saying that they're warmongers isn't interesting. Half of the aliens on here are warmongers.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's
honestly
on all of them.
Yes. What are your thoughts on the Zeely from the Zeely sequence?
Well, they're not on the
Not really
list.
sure
The Zeely sequence aren't on here.
They're basically gods. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone super chatted them, they would count. That's how super chats work. But the Zeelys aren't on here. We're talking about the Furons at the moment. But
I don't even know what that is.
I mean, at least
it's from a book.
Biologically speaking, the Furons are kind of fucked because they literally don't have
they don't have penises.
Genitals and stuff.
Yeah,
they
don't have penises. Like the only
they don't have that.
The only thing I could say
because-
honestly, the thing that I would say that's interesting about them, the only thing interesting about them isn't the fact they're warmongering because that's pretty basic. Is the fact they're basically like college frat boys, kinda. Like the entire species just likes to travel around the universe, having sex with as many women as they like, which is how they're capable of saving their species eventually because they fucked so many humans that they actually permanently implanted Furon DNA into the human race, which is how they're going to fix their jock problem. But
maybe I should have.
To be fair, they at least fixed their biological problem in the second game. So there's that.
Yeah.
Maybe I actually should have suggested subverse species.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. How did the Furons gain their downstairs back?
They well, that's what the first game's about. You travel down to the planet and then you have to steal DNA from a bunch of different humans, and then you steal enough of it, and then eventually they can use that DNA to make pure Furon DNA, so they can make a proper clone that has a penis.
Wait, so
that's what happens in the second game.
First game isn't the same as the crypto in the second game. Like
He's different. He's a clone. He's a clone. You don't play as the same crypto at the end of the first game that you do at the beginning of the first time. Every time you die, you're playing as a new clone throughout the whole game.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that makes things weird.
Yeah,
that's not even the one taken by the aliens.
Yeah,
or by the predators.
The predators. What? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you mean the scientist guys in the game? Yeah, that's another clone.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. I can't think of anything super interesting about them because they're specifically designed to be the main thing. The game itself is fun and cool because it's funny, and crypto is funny and it's interesting, and I like the game. But as a species specifically, they are unbelievably boring, and they're kind of designed that way on purpose. So yeah. Anyway, next up we have the Fallen. Viking, this was you, right?
Yes, I did suggest them.
Go for it.
All right. All right. So in Destiny, the it revolved primarily around a god machine called the Traveler. The Traveler came to Earth. It came to the Sol system rather, and it started terraforming Mars and Venus and a whole bunch of other places. Humans entered a golden age, but what we didn't know then, is before it came to us and blessed us, it was blessing another species, and they were having their own golden age, and they were having a whole bunch of golden age, and then the Traveler left them, and then they fell. They became the Fallen. Now the Fallen are they in a way worship technology, but they also scrap everything that they find. I'm trying to find you their real name right now.
Oh God, don't do that. Look, if you don't know it, we're not gonna don't like kill the pacing of the stream by trying to Google a bunch of shit.
All right,
just tell me what you know about them, and tell me it like in your own words, relatively quickly. Just kind of summarize what you think about them and where you think they should be.
Well, the Fallen, they are a bit like the Quarians, really. They were great, then they weren't. They have the scars of just the name says it all. They were.
Yeah. So wait, did they name? Is that
their?
Did they name themselves that, or is that what we call?
No, that's what the people call them.
I was about to say, like,
Yeah.
that might as well be a fucking slur. I mean, you guys suck now. We're gonna call you the Fallen. That's awful.
It basically is. For the sake of brevity, what I'm going to do is I would say that they're in C, and a lot of that comes from the how much depth there is, how much lore there is on their culture, because we have the different houses that they were a part of, and what those different houses did. The House of Light is aligned with us right now. The House of Wolves aligned with the Awoken on the Tangled Shore. The House of Judgment is out there judging people. There's a group of Fallen called the Scorn, who they forsake the energy that kept their species alive in favor of this other stuff that I forgot the name of, and there's a lot of depth there. There's a lot of factions within it. There's a lot of internal politics within it, and on a design level, there's the ones that have two arms and small bodies. The ones that are there, the reason that they're like that, they're actually malnourished. If they were actually eating the way that they used to, if they were feeding off the ether the way that they used to, they would all be 12 foot tall, 6-armed demigods, basically. But because of what happened to their species, so many of them are starved and in this 5-foot state running around. They have a lot of really interesting tactics with how they fight with the technology that they've scrounged. Hell,
They are warmongers.
Just tell me, help them out a little bit. Jesus, dude, if you know something about it, help him. He's clearly struggling.
Warmongers. They specifically with the houses. They're very interesting because once you get into the specific people and the ones that are in charge of the houses, it's their aesthetic is very cool. If you look up any of their styles, it's interesting. And man, a high C would really be where I would put them. They're not the best in the Destiny really, but they are the most fun to pick up lore about.
I got you. All right, we'll just put it. I don't think there's anyone who can like fight against you. It doesn't even seem like fucking Liam even likes the Daleks all that much. So yeah, we'll just put him at the top of C. It's fine.
The who?
The Daleks. You don't know anything about the fall.
The Daleks.
The Daleks might be better than them, but I know nothing about
No,
that.
I
But the
have
Fallen
problems.
are
My
super
problem,
fun.
I like the Daleks.
How is it
My
spelled?
which one?
What do you mean? The fucking word you just fucked up.
Oh, he said full.
Dalek. How is Dalek spelled?
Dalek.
LCK? Wait, what?
Ealek. Dalek.
Yeah, that's Dalek. That's not Dalek. That's not Dalek.
That's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, they pronounce it fucking wrong. That's Dalek. I don't give a fuck what they say. That's fucking Dalek. I could spell. I can spell fine. All right, so we got that at the top of C, above the Daleks. Let's
Daleks robots.
It's actually called the Galeks.
The Galek. That makes sense. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I'm right.
Amazing.
He's right. I don't know how to read apparently. Okay. Next up, we have the necromorphs. Necromorphs are cool. Who knows necromorphs? Really? No one knows necromorphs?
Holy shit.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know the lore.
Zombie things.
I never beat the game.
Dead Space.
Yeah, the necromorphs are from Dead Space. Fuck. The only reason why I even added the Dex part is because I thought everybody would know them. Jesus. Nobody knows fucking shit.
I mean, yeah, they're flesh. They're basically super zombies.
Wait, so they're alien zombies that turn?
No, that's okay. So I'll explain it then.
Oh, now suddenly
so
everybody
they
fucking
are.
knows.
Yeah, well, you can explain it if you want. Fucking hell, Rouga.
Oh, go ahead. Since you just fucking master fucking necromorphs.
Yeah, so there's the Brother and Moon, which is the main like part of it, and they have markers which they send out through different parts of the universe, which they are able to fuck with people's minds and transform them into the actual necromorphs themselves. And that's like their main thing. They're just trying to spread. They're basically the Flood, if you know what the Flood are, but instead of like spreading and then like building up a hive mind, like a mini hive mind, they just send a mini like infection hive mind kind of thing, which they're able to control the necromorphs through.
A little.
Will they take a long time to spawn?
It's a little different than that. They essentially go to planets before life appears on them, and they put down these markers, and the markers essentially guide the entire existence of this species until they get to a certain advancement level, and then they basically like start fucking with them and using their technology to control them and stuff. The main difference between them and something like the Flood is that they specifically take over the flesh of the dead. They're called necromorphs for a reason. They're not just they're not just like well, I guess yeah, they would be closer to zombies than what the Flood are. The Flood aren't zombies. The Flood infect living beings. The necromorphs infect specifically dead beings, but they also have the ability to kind of mind fuck people and manipulate their minds. And when they get enough of these dead beings that all come together and be enough necromorphs are technically not even the species. They're a stage of the species. When you get enough necromorphs that come together, they eventually form a brother moon, which is a giant moon-sized. I mean, calling it a cosmic god isn't necessarily right, but yeah, it's a moon-sized lump of flesh that's hyper intelligent, and then moves around the world, planting new around the galaxy or universe or wherever, planting new markers to then do it again, and that's the basic gist of it. They generally suck when it comes to invasions, and when I do the survival challenges, they fucking suck because if they can't place the markers beforehand, they have no way of actually doing anything to the species that they go after. You need to give them a massive amounts of prep time over whatever faction they're going up against in order for them to be viable in any way. But
honestly, I thought they would be doing much better considering how scary they look.
I mean, they're not bad. I mean, they do fuck up Earth pretty badly, and they've taken over many different races. They're not terrible. It's just, they're well, like one thing is like they're not the easiest thing to kill. Like you could plug them as many holes in them as you want. they'll just keep coming after you. You specifically have to I was about to say disassemble. That's not the right word. Fucking cut off all their limbs.
Dismember.
Thank you.
Not
You have to
exactly the wrong word.
You have to. No, it's kind of. It's sort of. I am disassembling Liam today. I'm
You have to
dismembering
disable
him.
them.
You have to like
Certain
cut off his
amount of
arms, his
physical-
legs, his head, and all those different things. And when all of those pieces are they're still alive.
See, Ruger couldn't do that to me if he tried. Is the thing though.
Oh, dude, it would be so easy. It would be so easy. It would be like dismembering
Yeah,
a
before you
fucking.
guys explain the
Once you lose your guns,
paralyzed
bro,
cat.
once you lose your guns and you're in the real country,
No,
ain't the same.
We got both, bitch. We got both. We got hands.
Well,
and
we ain't
guns over
allowed
here.
You ain't allowed guns over here.
We got
so
guns and
only
hands. We have guns and hands.
You ain't got no hands.
Your
You ain't
country's
got
not
no
going to
hands.
protect you from me. I'm an immigrant. Your country will not protect you from
Yeah,
me.
but you're the wrong color. You're the wrong color to get away with
I'm
it.
an immigrant. I still get more
Just
points.
because you're fucking swamp folk doesn't
I'm
mean you're
more
gonna get away with it. You're not desert folk.
I'm more points than you. That's all that matters. Anyway,
You do have more points. Yeah,
I do have
if it goes to court, sure.
Sure, have more points. Yeah. No. There. What's up?
For me, I would actually put the Necromorphs at high B. They're actually pretty cool.
They don't sound high B. I'm sure their lore is expansive.
I mean, I wouldn't put them in C. I don't think, but I'm
No,
debating
I'd
whether or
say
not I
C.
would put them above. I'm debating whether or not I would put them above a xenomorph. That seems like a lot.
No.
Because
I would
xenomorphs
not
just have
put
so
them
many
above a
cool
xenomorph.
aspects. There's just so many cool things about the xenomorph, and neither of them really have much of a culture that we see. So it's really just comparing the two. Xenomorphs are far more unique.
The flesh moon sounds fun.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I would honestly put them in C. Their biology is like stupid.
They are scary though.
why is it
They
stupid?
are.
Okay,
presence.
so how do you? So like, don't you? So which came first, the Brother Moon or the Xenomorphs?
What?
What?
Like, their biology doesn't fucking make sense.
What do you mean? What came first, the Brother Moon or the Xenomorphs? Those are two different factions.
Yeah. No, but don't you need a Brother Moon?
Think
in
about
order
what
to
you're
make
saying.
markers?
Think about what you're saying. You're saying what came first, a xenomorph or a brother moon?
No, sorry. I'm saying, sorry. I meant to say a necromorph.
Like you doubled down on it twice, and I'm like, wait, you need to really think about
Oh
what
my
you're
god!
saying.
I'm saying a necromorph, not xeno.
Okay, so
I know, but you literally said said.
I know.
xenomorph.
He fixed it. He fixed it. That's
funny.
mean, on Earth, the brother moon. Jesus, fuck my voice. The brother moons. I sound like a bitch sometimes. I don't like it.
You going through puberty, Ruger?
Apparently, no. My voice is messed up. The brother moons lay down the markers, and the markers eventually create necromorphs, which eventually create new brother moons. If you're asking me like what the original brother moon was, I have no idea. I can't answer.
Yeah, but
that.
you see how that doesn't. Okay, yes, but you see how that doesn't make sense.
No, because you could say the exact same thing about any species. You can say what came first, the necromorph queen or the egg, or the chicken and the egg, or who was the first human? Where did they come from?
Well, it's
how
like,
can you
like-
exist? What existed first? You or your fucking mother? You know, like it's like
I
you
can at
can
least
say that with
explain that. Well, no, but I can at least explain that by evolution. I can't explain that before the biology doesn't make sense because you either
Just because you can't explain it doesn't mean it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but just because you can't explain it because they don't. Just because you can't. No, it's not. It's not circular
reasoning.
Chicken and the egg is also circular reasoning. It's the same thing. It's just just because you know what happened with the chicken and you don't know what happened with the necromorphs doesn't mean it's circular reasoning. All life is circular reasoning. It's called the circle of life. That's why it's called that. Because we all go through the same circular process. It's just that the process of the necromorph is different than ours. But it's still a circle, like all processes of life. You can't find a process of life that's not circular. Like how do we know the necromorphs didn't evolve just like every other species? We don't know anything about. We don't know enough about them. They don't go into like the origin.
They become a giant ball.
I don't think they might go in the origins. Maybe there's a comic book or something, but I don't think they go into the origins of the necromorph in the same way that they that humans have. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I should stop here. This whole stream has been fucking dead as shit. We haven't gotten anything. We'll do one more. And if there's
have you all heard of Roanoke?
How about the
Gaming?
Metroid?
no, we're not moving anything up. We're just gonna do the next one. If there's no super chats or nothing, we're gonna end it because this stream has been super fucking dead, and it's my Saturday night, and I don't have to do this if I don't want if I'm not doing it for a reason. Okay.
You also.
What's up?
I was about to say, you also do sound like you could use like a cup of tea with some honey or something.
Yeah,
A lasagna would be so good.
It does sound like your balls are dropping. Or
I'm not
something,
British.
straight up.
I'm not British. I don't do tea or coffee.
Drink coffee.
I don't do coffee.
You drink
either.
coffee?
No, I don't drink coffee.
What about water? Do you drink water?
Well, I was gonna say I was
Dude,
gonna say I am British and I don't drink tea or coffee.
You're
so
not.
fuck
You're not
you
a
all.
real. You're not a real Brit. You're not a real Brit.
Whoa.
You don't know. You don't
I'm not
know.
English.
You don't know.
what
You don't know
you're talking
Doctor.
about, bruv.
You don't
It's
know
the-
Doctor Who. You haven't been.
You just got
raped.
evicted and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
You are the British. You're the British blue coat if I've ever fucking seen one. You're
Damn.
the country's Benedict Arnold. Okay?
I'm fine with
You have
that.
to hand in your ID now.
Yeah.
You have no
Get
countrymen.
the fuck over here and be done with it already.
He hates England. Every
Pay
time he
for
talks
it,
about
bitch.
England, he just talks about how much he fucking
Yeah.
hates it.
He just wants to leave. Just.
I wonder why.
leave.
What are you talking about? You don't like? All
I'll be
that?
honest with you. Metroid's probably the one that people are going to care about the most.
Doesn't matter. Then they could super chat to have it moved up. That's how that works.
Which one is next again?
What's up? The next one is the Jackals, Liam's faction that he added. Would
Hey,
you like-
Space knows about
Alright.
the Jackals too.
Would you like to talk about the Jackals, sir?
I'll let Debbie do it.
From Halo, Debbie, would you like to talk about?
Debbie
the
can do it.
You fucking
I'll do
picked it, Jackie. He didn't even want the Jackals. He wanted somebody else. I forgot who he wanted.
Why?
I
No,
repped it
Debbie
too.
wanted the. Yeah, me and Debbie said the Jackals.
Oh, okay,
together.
fair
I
enough.
think it's
Go ahead.
more. I think it's the most interesting out of them. I probably
Lying
don't
Rouga.
know as much.
You know what? We're about
I'll
to
do a
end this.
brief
We're about to
overview.
end
They're
this stream, and literally nobody's in gay hell.
Incredible.
The Jackals should go in gay hell.
I don't think we've ever done that before. I don't think anyone's ever not been.
They're going cannibal hell. Well, cannibal.
Well, the
they're going-
Tau are technically a runner-up for it.
Cybertronians count as aliens?
Huh?
Cybertronians. Like in some
They're not on the
What?
list. Why does
When
it
did we
matter?
get the Cybertronians?
Cybertronian.
No,
Who
Rouga said that.
Pay
Rouga
for
said
it.
that too magical apparently.
I said they weren't going in the free one. Like I said, you can super chat, but you keep trying to get us to talk about things that aren't on the list. Like if you want to add something else to the list, you can super chat. That's how the rules work. You get 15 freebies, and
Oh.
anything that gets added after that is a super chat. That's how all of these streams work. The Cybertronians and all these other guys and Zeely sequence, they were not added in the freebies. They were not picked. They were not chosen by the people in the stream. Anyway, go Jackals. Go over the Jackals. Speak. Go.
All right, I'll do a brief. So I mean, we all know the Covenant. I'm not gonna like beat us over the head with that one again. But yeah, the Jackals are those bird-like motherfuckers with the sniper rifles, and anyone who's played Halo 2 on Legendary probably has like some PTSD Vietnam sort of flashbacks happening right now. Turning corners and having them just blasting you square in the head. I don't mean like one. I mean there are like 6 of them way the fuck out there. And all of them, as your body is going down, you just see more and more headshots. It's like I'm fucking dead already. These guys are about humanoid in terms of size. You know, they range, but they're not going to get like too much bigger than people. Their physical characteristics are pretty brutal, though. They're bird-like, so they have a like mean-ass beak. They got sharp claws on their hands and their feet. So like straight up, I'm no slouch when it comes to like hand-to-hand, but I wouldn't want to fuck with one of those things. That's just a great way of having your organs like removed from you.
What a bitch.
You can go
more
up
like
against them.
rascals.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
I
Doug,
mean,
do you
like,
need a hug?
Aren't they like tall as fuck?
They're like 6 foot
They're
on
not-
average, I think.
Yeah, they're
that's pretty cool.
roughly humanoid. I'm like they're a
Look
little
more
bit
like
taller on
dinosaurs.
average, but we're not talking huge. They're not. Their strength feats, nothing outlandish. Relatively human in terms of strength and durability and all that sort of stuff. The things that they have that are absolutely mind-boggling is their sight and their reaction times, which again in game makes them the best snipers in the Covenant faction. Fuck those things. Once again, they don't join the Covenant by any like actual conviction. They're sort of space pirates. They're there for convenience because the Covenant obviously has really great technology and
They're fucking psychopaths.
They really are. As a collective, they are pretty much psychopaths. They don't really care. I'll
They
let Lee
hunt.
take it from here.
Yeah, after they glass planets, they will hunt the remaining people and eat them alive.
Specifically alive. They enjoy inflicting pain. They are very raptor.
I don't know where I saw this, but
That is
Or sorry.
terrifying.
And when I say raptor, I mean bird of prey. Like they're fucked up individuals,
Avian.
like through
So
and
not
through.
not like
Yeah.
the dinosaur. They look a little scary.
No.
Not gonna...
They're avian-like.
Yeah, I would consider them closer to like a combination between like a raptor and like an eagle, which is a pretty fucked up individual when you think about it. That I would no.
I think I read or something that originally when they made the Covenant, they were at like the risk of being wiped out, but they decided, okay, it might be better for us to keep working with them or something like.
Yeah,
they are one of the species in the Covenant that, if memory serves correctly, they needed like the least convincing to join, just because they're.
They just joined because out of opportunity.
Like, oh yeah,
opportunism. They part of their culture is their cunts too, because they love fucking with the grunts. I'm pretty sure they caused the grunts to rebel. They're part of the reason the grunts had a rebellion. They are cunts. That is culture for them.
Knowing that the Grunt Rebellion would eventually like culminate in them rejoining the Covenant because they knew the Grunts couldn't actually complete a rebellion. It was just gonna kill a shit ton of Grunts because fuck them. Like as Liam said, they are a bunch of cunts, all of them through and through. There's not a good jackal in the goddamn universe.
So where would we put the jackals?
So as an alien, like they kind of fit a niche within the Covenant so perfectly because again, they're the best snipers just because their inherent physical abilities. They fit a cool sort of cultural niche, whereas like they're one of the few species within the Covenant that really doesn't believe in it. You know, they don't care about the overarching system or anything. They're there for as opportunists. I think they're pretty cool, honestly. I would say kind of like A tier. They have a cool culture. Their technology is really unexplained. I mean, they
So
just
you
sort
think
of
they
have
go above
Covenant
the? So you think they're above the xenomorphs?
Weirdly enough,
Oh yeah, maybe maybe just below.
I think
Yeah,
around.
I think BOA.
They have a culture. They have a culture. They have a pretty
They do
cool
have a
design too. Like
they do
their
not have a.
design.
I will say right now,
very-
they do not have a cool design. That design looks fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
Well, that one specifically kind of does. You kind of go.
Well, so they've had many
Well, no,
designs.
I mean, I
guess
saw-
that's a fair point.
I mean, I saw the other. They are, what were they called again? I forgot. What were they
Kid
called?
Jar.
No, what was the species called?
Kid Jar.
Okay, spell that.
It's up to him.
Kid, then like Jar, I think.
Jar.
It's like is
Kid Jar.
So literally, Kid Jar.
I thought you were
I'm
telling.
Tank.
I thought you were telling.
It's very worth betting.
The jackals are the Kid Jar.
These look fucking stupid, bro. I mean, this one looks okay. This one looks all right. But this
They've
one looks,
had
this one
they've
looks
had
dumb.
bad and good designs.
Dumb. I can't even see that one. Dumb. Okay. Dumb.
The thing doesn't help, but it's
That one's
mostly
alright.
really for designs.
Really dumb. Yeah, I wouldn't say their design's great, to be honest. There's a couple here that aren't bad, but the vast majority of them are dumb.
I think the idea of that, the execution's not always great, but the idea of them's really cool.
Yeah, it's. I'll give it a little bit of like a coin toss, and whether or not you get a cool execution. The concept is still pretty good. Like
okay, so does anybody? So what's the agreement here? I don't know enough about them to say anything.
I don't think they go above Fallen.
You don't think they go above Fallen? That's
Fallen have pretty heavy lore. They're great designs. Their biology's intense and wide ranging.
I don't think the Fallen look that good.
Fallen look amazing.
Let's look up the Fallen, guys. We're gonna look up the Fallen. We gotta compare. Fallen, Destiny. Well, I've never seen the Fallen's
House of
face
Wolfhall
because
looks
they always
awesome.
have masks, so I can't even see their face.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, their armor looks cool, I guess, depending. I'll say overall, if I'm just looking at their armor, the Fallen look cooler than the fucking
how much
buggy
the
creatures.
Kid Jews or whatever.
The Kid Jar.
The Kid Jews.
Yeah, the Kid Jews.
The child Jews. The Kid Jews.
That's what you.
The Kid Jews. No, I think the Fallen look.
the
I do
send
think the
it in
Fallen
chat.
look better than the Kid Jews.
I'm settling.
Yeah.
Child soldiers.
Okay, how about this? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it to a vote. We're gonna do which one's cooler.
We don't really know what they look like. That's just them in the armor, though.
Cooler. Yeah, but looking.
I
Cool,
mean, the armor's
looking
part of
cool
their
in
design.
armor. Looking cool in armor.
Yeah,
not knowing what their face looks like and looking fucking stupid in your face.
I
would
think
say.
Master Chief looks cool in armor. Like
What'd you call them? What'd you call them? Jackals.
Kid Jar.
Jackals.
Kid Jar or Jackals?
Slash.
Does Master Chief ever take off his helmet?
Kid Jews.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jews.
And
He
do we
looks like
see
a
it?
normal. He looks.
I think you.
Yeah, he looks like a normal dude.
I mean, you think
He's just a.
Destiny.
Yeah, he's just a normal dude, like in the military. That's what he looks like.
All right, boom. I'll let them. They can vote.
I assumed
and they can come to a conclusion.
I assumed the Fallen looked like a smaller Jiaochua little thing.
Jiaocha?
joint.
What's a Jiaocha?
Bug-like. Yeah, there you go.
I think you
The
mean
predator
Yaocha.
fuckers.
He doesn't mean anything
There you go, there's
because
another
there's no pronunciation for that fucking word. God.
Well, he just gave us another one. Ruga.
Yes, everyone always gives me new ones, and they're always like, "No, you're so." They always like,
I don't
"You're
know
so,
how to pronounce
You're
it."
so stupid, Ruga. Obviously, it's pronounced Yashashajwast, and I'm like, "The fuck."
Yashashajwast.
They're just always.
There
They're
you
like,
go.
I always.
To be fair, I think. To be
Call them
fair,
Fred.
one I think is Yaocha. That's the most one I normally hear, but I definitely hear loads of different ones.
I hear
I like
tons.
Yamcha. I'm calling them Yamchas from now on.
So we got Yamchas and we got Kid Jews. Okay.
No, this isn't Yamchas. This is the Kid Jews
Yeah,
versus the
Yamchas,
Fallen.
Yamchas would definitely.
And it
be.
looks
Yeah,
like
No, I'm
the,
saying-
the Kid Jews. I feel like this is gonna be biased though because more people like Halo than Destiny. To be fair.
Yeah.
I feel like they're
Well,
they're voting
how many people
specifically
vote
for
for
the
Yeah.
game they like more
No,
necessarily.
I think you're lying, Ruger.
People
I think,
hate
I
Destiny.
think it's just a bad design.
People genuinely. Oh no, it's not a better design. You know it's not a better design.
Destiny pisses me off, and I love the game. So,
I
Understandable.
also feel like the Jackals fit like a better, like cleaner niche within the Covenant like structure as just like not just an enemy you fight on the
You're
battlefield.
kind of like
but
a
just, like,
specialist species in a way.
yeah, they're
They're
sort of, yeah,
like
they're
a-
a bit of a specialist. You know, again, you're either put them in the front line with a shield if you don't give a shit about that particular jackal, or if
Okay.
it's done something like, you know, impressive with a sniper rifle, give them a sniper rifle and make them one of those motherfucking headhunters.
I would say that like the fact that they do have their lore's not as expansive,
Gay Jews.
but they do have
Also,
a
the fact
lot
that
of
there's-
lore.
They have a whole
Jews are gay.
subspecies in the skirmishers that we get to see in Reach. That they also have their own role.
Yeah, that's
as
a good point. Yeah, the different designs are actually different subspecies.
Of what?
Yeah.
the jackals, the different designs
You
are
almost
different
said Kid
subspecies.
Jew. I love how you almost said Kid Jew. Alright,
Cut out myself.
Yeah, outed yourself as a Kid Jew hater. Well, I
I
mean,
hate the Muslims, not the Jews. The Jews are fine.
Does the fall? Well, I mean, I feel like you can't hate the Jews and the Muslims. You gotta pick a side, man.
Yeah.
One or the other. For the guy who was
Bullshit. I hate all religion.
For the guy.
I was gonna say, can't I just hate everybody equally?
No, let
Rouga ask his question.
No, I don't think anyone hates
Okay,
everyone
I do
equally.
actually think the
people have-
Raelians
I think people can
are
hate
fine.
everyone, but I don't think it's equally. What's up?
Oh man.
I was just saying that. First I said I hate all religions, but then I said, well, the Raelians are fun at least.
The Raelians.
What now?
Yes, they are people who believe in A, they believe in cloning. B, they believe in aliens. C, they believe in sex, like lots and lots of sex.
I would say the Vikings were pretty
I
fun.
get that with that.
I think the Vikings.
Okay.
Were pretty fun.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
the Norse.
Alright,
They were
that's
pretty fun.
I'm
interesting.
actually curious. Who will be like discriminated the most if we had them? Aliens or robots?
Aliens or
What
robots?
now?
Robots, because they'd literally be enslaved.
That's not discrimination. That's just. I mean, you're not enslaving your toaster.
Well, yeah, but toast
if
isn't
it were
sentient.
sentient, if it were sentient, it would still be enslaved.
Yeah, if it was
I would still
sentient.
make
Well, are
it
we
toast.
considering it sentient?
I wouldn't give it a choice.
Are we considering a robot doesn't mean sentient? You can have.
Well,
we have
yeah,
robots
but
today that aren't
everybody's
sentient.
sentient.
We currently have robots.
Let me put it this way. If somebody made my toilet sentient and hate its job because, oh dear God, why wouldn't it? I would still use the fucking thing without remorse. I'd be like, well, sucks to be you. You know?
Why would you give a toilet taste buds?
You know what?
That's a shitty situation.
That's a
That's a better question. Why go over your way to make them sentient?
Yeah, it looks like
I mean,
it looks like jackals.
you hate
Jackals are winning. Jackals are winning pretty
Jackals win.
hardcore.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, that's the
pretty
question in Star Wars. Why
We're
make
gonna have to
almost every robot sentient to a point?
I think they have personality chips in Star Wars. That's why the robots are like that.
I just saw more votes go up, and they were for the jackals. So like,
It's at 77. I haven't ended it yet. It's still there. It's at 77%. The jackals are dominating. Again, I think that's more to do with the hatred for Destiny, though. To be honest with you,
I also think that like,
you know,
Halo
a win's a
has
win,
an
Rouga.
overall
Win's a
just
win.
Better
that's true.
arc.
I'm not
It just
giving
has a
excuses.
better overarching story. Like, even with the things in it that are just straight up stupid, the overall essence and story of Halo is just like better than Destiny.
That was just point more towards the hate.
Well,
it
Destiny
being
1 didn't.
favoritism.
Destiny 1 just straight up didn't have a story. It was fucking trash.
Yeah, and Destiny 2's story was stupid too.
It
didn't have
And then the
what was
worst aspect
there.
of Halo story started at like 4 onwards.
So I'm gonna say
No, Halo.
So I guess everybody else goes in gay hell because
That was a
can't-
retarded statement, but
we
yeah.
can't we can't
Oh.
live, we can't leave.
Yeah.
Whoa,
no one in
you
gay
can't put
hell. What? I can't do what?
you can't put the invasion of body snatchers in gay hell.
No, they all go in
What
gay
you
hell.
do?
They all go in gay
I mean,
hell.
maybe.
What you
Oh
do?
no, don't do it. No.
They all go in gay hell.
I mean,
How are the
gay
only
hell.
ones that belong there?
I mean, what
the
do the
thing
Last
is-
Natchez do? Aside from being
The
like,
Vipers, like the Vipers were going to be next, and I was basically just going to say D, and that's because
Nah.
they
No,
are
no,
the
hey,
most.
guys, it's over.
They,
It's over. They want the stream to continue. I'm not no freebies, man. This is my Saturday. I get to do what I want. All right. So we're gonna end the stream. We're gonna end the stream
you
here.
don't want to say that you someone?
I don't know. Wait, what's up? What'd you say? Indian
That you
guy?
someone?
Who
They're
Liam
like
probably
a
hates.
Star Wars species?
What about Star Wars?
I don't know.
What do you say
I
about?
don't know. That was not a coherent sentence from him.
I'm freaking out right now because I dropped these two things on the ground earlier, and I know I didn't pick them up, but they're here on the table, and there's no one in this room but me, and the door is locked. So I'm like,
It was me. Rouga, I told you I
You were
was in the
sitting
car
in?
behind your house. I saw you do it.
I don't know how the fuck did I
You
like
should
pick
go-
this up and
you
not
should-
realize it because it's up. It was picked up and it's put up and it's put up neatly, and I'm like,
Rouga,
something's wrong. I
Thought
don't.
You're
I was
saying they had
joking about
fun?
watching him.
At some
Are
point during the
the knives
stream,
floating?
I like went away from my
Okay, you should
computer,
go.
picked this shit up, and then went back without like. The door is locked. Nobody can get in the room. It's just me in here. I don't know how the fuck.
There's a
that
kid
happened.
Jew in your house.
There's a ghost or a spirit of some kind or a kid Jew. A kid. Well, I guess you could be a ghost and a kid Jew because Holocaust and shit.
You could be the ghost of a kid too.
You could be the ghost of a kid Jew.
Well, I think we're in the wrong country
Rouga,
for that.
you thought I was joking earlier? It was me. I did it.
No.
I was outside your house.
No, you're in.
Check your lampshades for birthmarks.
No, you're in the third world country known as England. You can't.
It's a second world country, actually.
Third world.
I'll have you know.
There's not much of a difference.
Give it a week or so. You'll see.
Damn.
I'll give it 2 weeks.
Being a week is very generous.
Well, I live in Rainbow Unicorn Land anyway. I'm fine.
You're in the Rainbow Unicorn section where none of that affects you. I feel like you're in a
Exactly.
you're in a fucking stray jacket in a fucking mental hospital. Like I'm in Rainbow Unicorn Land where none of the outside world can affect me. Everyone's like, oh, okay,
None of the
Liam.
rape can get to me.
Sure thing, Liam. You are currently being
None of
raped
the
by
rape gets
you are
here.
currently being
The
raped by
rapists are
by a
not
Middle
here.
Eastern man. You're like, nope. I live with unicorns and rainbows. This isn't happening.
It's 40 of
Back in
them.
Thailand.
You're
That's
you're
fucking
actually
depressing.
outdoing
That is
Muhammad.
super depressing. Okay. Anyway, let me fucking close this. Let me fucking close this shit out. I gotta close this shit out. Well, I guess we'll be back next week. Hopefully, my voice is better. Who knows? I don't know what's going on with videos this week because I cannot make a video with my voice like this. At least I can't make a video that I would normally make a video where I'm fucking shouting into the goddamn camera like I normally am with like the craziness. So I'm probably gonna make videos, but they're not gonna be entertaining or enjoyable because I'm gonna sound like this the whole time. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was thinking of doing a dispatch tier list, doing something a little bit different, and that's something that I could just like do with my mic, and I don't have to fucking scream it and to do that. And you also have the AVP list coming out it's in the community posts, but I don't know when those are coming out.
Good luck.
Yeah, I don't know. My voice is fucking with me. I was actually going to work today, but I was like, I can't. Like, obviously, because of the way I sound.
You're working now. It's fine.
Yeah. But like recording the video,
you sound
recording the
like
videos. What's up?
you sound real sick, dude. You should
I
should
don't-
take medicine and like go.
I don't feel
to bed.
sick. I don't feel sick.
Yeah.
Like,
Lizzie will look
I don't
after you,
feel
don't worry.
sick. It's just my voice is fucking going. In. Like I feel like I have like a bunch of
Lizzie
shit in my
will look
throat.
after you.
Your loving care of the
I'm
mama
cool
cat.
like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I just
Yeah.
feel some shit in my throat,
Like
but I don't
you-
I don't feel bad. I don't have a headache. I'm not physically bad. I'm not shitting weird. Nothing like that. I'm not even like sneezing or have a runny nose or anything. It's literally just my throat, and I don't know what's going on. But whatever, it'll be fine. It's like something stuck back there. Anyway, cool. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys next week. And I don't know. Normally I would tell you when the next video comes out.
What are we
but
doing?
I have no idea. What are we? Wait. What ridiculous questions did you just ask?
What kind of? Do you know what kind of stream you're going to do next week?
Does anyone
no?
else want to answer that question for Lizzie, since he's acting like he just fucking got here? Like I don't do this. I didn't know what this stream was gonna be till like 10 minutes before. I don't fucking plan that shit out a week ahead of time.
okay.
I
okay. I didn't know that.
You
Well,
should
yeah,
know,
thank you.
Lizzie.
You answered my
I have
question.
100% told you that before. That is a very common thing. I don't ever plan this shit out beforehand. This is what happens every week. I lose track of time, and then I look at the clock, and I'm like, oh shit, it's fucking 6:45. My stream starts in 15 minutes. Let's I gotta put something together real quick, and then I put something together, and that's a stream.
I think the reason.
That's how 100%.
I think the reason I ask is because I DM, and so I have to like prepare and shit, and so I just do that, and so that's just the way my mind works
What's DM?
for D&D. Yeah, it's D&D.
No, that's not. I'm not DMing. I'm just making this. I just come up with shit.
Well, no, I mean that I have to prepare shit so that it's prepared.
You never have to prepare shit.
Is what I mean.
You can always wing it. I'm really good at it usually.
Yeah, but winging it, well, I don't know. Winging it is just kind of. I don't like winging it. It doesn't work.
I have wung. I don't know if that works. I have wung like 360 of my videos because there's never once been a video that I haven't wung. I wing them all. Every video's been wung.
Past tense of winging.
Yeah, I'm the wung master.
Okay.
I wung everything. I wung it all.
You're the Charlie Sheen of your own videos.
I hate that pronunciation.
Not one, motherfucker. Wunga with a G. It's the past tense of wing. I wing. Well, what am I supposed to say? Winged it? That doesn't sound right. I'm gonna go wung. All right, so we're gonna end the stream. I know this is so much. This is so entertaining for all of you. I know how sad it is that it's ending. But, so I'll
Yeah, well soon, buddy.
I'll see you all next week. Goodbye. Good night. Hopefully my voice is better. Bye.
Yeah, well soon. Oh, should I send you some